of the process. That's why over 250,000 families have used them. The Huffington Post, Parents Magazine, USA Today, and The View all talking about Legacy Box. And for a limited time, you go to legacybox.com/rock to get a 40% discount on your order. Legacybox.com/rock for 40% off. That's legacybox.com/rock.
More. Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. Right now.
Well, we are back, and we're going to have Nick walking in right now, which is...
Hot damn. Rest in peace to Big Black, by the way.
Oh, Big Black from...
From Robin Big.
Oh, I didn't know he died.
Did you hear Big Black passed away? Nick
I
DiPaolo?
did not know that.
I was tossing and turning all night.
And we're going to have Nick walking in right now, which is...
Hot damn. Rest in peace to Big Black, by the way.
Oh, Big Black from...
From Robin Big.
Oh, I didn't know he died.
Did you hear Big Black passed away? Nick
I
DiPaolo?
did not know that.
I was tossing and turning all night.
You were, right?
He was the guy. I would see him I would actually see him. I believe at UFC fights. I think he was a big MMA fan.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Leslie Jones.
Welcome, Nick DiPaolo.
What did he die of?
He was 45. There didn't have a cause of death, but they're speculating heart attack.
Oh, wow. Was he unhealthy? I guess.
I mean, he was fairly overweight. His name was Big
guy.
Black. But one of the reasons was because he was
referred
black.
to his liver.
Nick DiPaolo is here. Nick,
Congratulations, man.
On what?
joining us.
Thanks. Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
You guys are getting... I was talking to Roland. You get some serious guests in here.
Yeah, we have some goings. I mean, we have some good people coming.
I got Rick Crom and Modi lined up.
Well, still, those are good guests.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Look, it's not about the guests with you. That's why it's called the Nick DiPaolo Show, because Nick DiPaolo.
I'm glad you said that. I don't want to interview people.
No.
I got into show business hoping I'd be interviewed someday. It never happened. So
I don't. Here's what I like
So you
about
go and interview yourself
Jimmy?
every night.
I like doing it though with the right person. Like it's fun because they have to
good,
answer your
though.
questions. It's fun just to talk to them, and after a while, you know, it's like, what do I talk about now? You get so bored with your own.
you don't. You see somebody famous, you walk right up to him and get a selfie. I
stay
saw
away.
Rudy Giuliani at the airport, and I stayed like 12 feet behind him, like he was Christ. I met the guy before, you know.
He had people around him.
No, he was just like walking by him. There was one guy staying a little to his right, looked like, you know, his version of Club Soda Kenny, whatever.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know, and then I didn't want to go up and shake his hand because then everybody starts with the pictures and shit.
They stop bothering him. Yeah. So you think of the person's well-being, which is nice.
Would you have thought that too?
Yeah,
like,
you
I
can
don't
put
want
a spin on it like that.
No, I wouldn't
I'm
have
just
cared.
chicken.
No, I
I
wouldn't have.
know. That's what I love about you.
I would have taken the picture, even if it might have given him cancer. I still would have taken the picture.
He's got pictures of, he kicks in a stall door at the bathroom. He's got like Ed Asner taking a dump, fucking, you know.
Quick
Jimmy's
selfie
just yeah.
That's why I love going to Comic-Con with him, because, you know, at Comic-Con there's
Now, what's that?
there's pseudo-celebrities all over the place that he wouldn't know who they were, but they might be a celebrity.
Right.
So that's the easiest place in the world to get him to take pictures with strangers and just lie to him and say, oh, you know who that guy is? and he goes over and asks him for a photo, and you go, yeah, it's nobody. It's just a guy in a costume from his mom's basement.
I got a guy recently, not recently, Comic-Con about 5 years ago. And you ever see Used Cars with Kurt Russell?
Yeah.
At the comedy, there was a guy in that movie. He played the other car dealer who was scared. He was scared of the color red, and he would go, "It's a red fucking car, Rudy. It's a red fucking car, Rudy." That guy. It's one of my favorite comedies. I don't even remember his name, and I saw him. I went fucking nuts. I saw him at a Comic-Con. There was no one at his table. I was so happy to meet that guy. That's why Comic-Con's great, because you talk to these people that you'd never meet.
Jimmy, I'm not going.
No, it's fun. Come on, let's go. We'll meet some heroes.
Yeah, do you have a you don't really have a thing with celebrities. Do you care? When
Probably
you see
more hockey
celebrities?
players, sports figures.
I do. I guess it's more shy or whatever. I hate to impose on people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the other thing is, and this is people say it's common, you don't want, let's say, look up to the guy. I think you even said this, Jim. Then you're afraid the guy's going to be like a dick to you.
Right.
It's rare, though.
Like
They're
Frank
usually-
Vincent. Didn't he spit in your face or something?
Frank Vincent, I met at the Madison Square Garden for the first time in 2003.
At the Madison Square
At
Garden.
the Madison Square
The
Garden.
Madison Square Garden.
That was old lady-ish. I meant to say the Kiss concert, but I said it was at Kiss Aerosmith at Madison Square Garden. Kiss actually
Wait
went
a
on
minute.
first.
Wait, you're not joking? Frank
Oh, no.
Vincent was at a Kiss concert?
That was what was amazing. Kiss is on
Fuck.
3 of the 4 original members and Tommy Thayer. So it's they do it, and Aerosmith's the headliner. And there's no way I'm going to get backstage, but I'm kind of looking at the backstage area. And Frank Vincent and his girl comes up, and I said, "Oh, hey Frank, I'm a huge fan. Can I get a picture?" And he goes, "Nah, not now. I'm doing." And I said, "Well, it's really quick. I'll snap." He goes, "I said not now." He fucking said that to me. He goes, "I said not now."
It's the last guy I want getting mad at me.
Oh my!
See, that would fucking
Yeah.
Frank Vincent.
But I helped him out. I helped him out because we get the security, and they won't let him backstage. Like, I know why I'm not getting back. They won't let Frank Vincent backstage. So I actually said to the security guy, "Do you know who this is? This is fucking Frank Vincent. He was in Goodfellas. He's in The Sopranos. Maybe he wasn't even in The Sopranos at that point. I said he was in Goodfellas, Raging Bull, and they actually. I'm like, this is Frank Vincent. You out of your mind?" And the guy let him back. Like, I guess my sincerity in saying you have no idea who this guy is.
Yeah, you
he
were
let the guy.
vouching- you were like his agent. at
But
that
I was
point.
just a guy waiting.
Did you get a picture after that?
Not that day, but I got kissed that day because my friend was backstage. He got me back, so I didn't give a fuck about Frank Vincent. But that was embarrassing. He goes, "I said not now." I'm like, "Oh yes, you did."
Frank
Also-
Vincent, who said on The Sopranos, "I'll stick that Walkman up your mother's box." That was on his-
It's probably an ad lib too.
exactly. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
You fear the rejection, right? That's
do.
part of it. I don't like rejection.
It's like a beautiful girl.
Right.
You know, I won't go up and hit it. Well, I'm married, but...
Yeah.
But you
no,
go back
it's
to
a-
high school, like when you're like, you know what? I'm not going to ask
No,
her.
back then I used to drug them. You didn't have to. But, no, it's reject. It really is.
Yeah.
I have a, fucking ego. My skin is paper thin.
Yeah.
And when are you starting here? By the way, congratulating because Nick's starting on this channel 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., which is great.
Yeah,
news for the
Monday.
channel. Oh, it's this Monday.
This
oh,
Monday.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm really prepared. They sent me some equipment because I'm going to do it from here and from home.
You can do
Right.
both.
But they sent me
means-
equipment like 10 days ago. It's sitting on my rug down in my office. Nobody's showing me how to use it. I'm plugging it into shit. Sparks are coming out of it.
Oh, is it the headset? Like you have like a little headset that you can plug in and do like a. Because that's
I don't even know what it is. One of those codec.
Sure.
IP
right?
codecs,
You know,
yeah.
maybe somebody might want to show me before the Monday.
Yeah, because the idea is that you go like, well, you make the agreement and you go, yeah, we'll do it from home and from here, depending on what's going on. and
Right.
blah, blah, which means the first like 2 or 3 shows you'll do them up here, and then for the next year you'll be at home.
But nobody will, but I know who's going to, if I want to get a guest, nobody's going to come up to Northern Westchester.
Yeah, you'll come in here and do the guest.
Yeah.
But I did that when I was doing the advice show. I was doing it from home. And
Oh,
it was
you were?
It was great. For a while I did it here, but then when it was in the afternoon,
I love my house.
it was great. I was sitting there just looking out the window, and you got your
Half listening.
cappuccino, my fucking underpants. It was awesome.
half listening.
Yeah, oh my
Some
God.
guy's like, hey, I'm going to hang myself in 10 minutes. Jimmy's staring at a bird
He's on his
the
computer,
fence.
Yeah, I didn't hear what you said, sir. You drink a lot? Oh no, sorry, you were brutally raped. I apologize, sir. I didn't hear you.
Oh, I hear a choking sound. What is that?
You sometimes that's the disadvantage is at times when you're home. And I couldn't walk around because you're tethered to this thing.
Yeah.
But just the visual distractions, and you're in your house where you'd find yourself not listening as well as you
Yeah.
Or
should.
you can lay down on your couch, or you could do
Oh, yeah.
whatever. Like
nodding off during a suicide. That's great.
Yeah, the computer's a dangerous thing to have. I don't have a computer in front of me when I broadcast. I don't even really now. Like during this show, I don't even touch my phone. Rarely will I look at my phone unless there's something I'm looking up because it's too easy to get fucking distracted.
Yeah. I do it during my podcast, which I do from home. But
You do,
I've
right?
got the TV on. You go one eye on the Mets game.
Do you have guests on the podcast? You just pretty much like to talk and
I
do
have
your.
guests. I interviewed my gardener and I had a guy who cuts my hair. No, I haven't had. I had Bobby Kelly because he lives 12 minutes
sure.
from me. Joe List has been on with his girlfriend actually. Joe Matarese. All the big heavy hitters. And so we'll see. I don't want it to be. I hope people don't think it's going to be guest driven because I just want to.
well, that's the best part about doing the podcast, right? Is that you really like.
I'm talking about radio though. I don't want to be guest driven either with a radio show.
No, but getting a feel, like doing the podcast
Yes.
means you teach yourself how to just be able to do a show by yourself. Now, you'll be able to take calls from your house.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like once you got call,
Oh, yeah.
that's the luxury. It's like on the podcast, you really have to do it by yourself. yourself.
That's right.
Once there's callers calling in, you'll be like, we hit 2 topics. I did the whole show.
No, that's exactly right. I had a Free FM show back in 2007. I had never done radio, and this guy John Manelli, the program that he just threw me out there like throwing a baby in the water. I learned to swim. He didn't, which was God bless him. No hands on, never gave me an instruction. He goes, just go do it. And because I hadn't done radio, I turned into like a 911 operator. It was just phone call after phone call
after phone call.
And people loved it though.
Yeah,
they did love it, but it also because you hadn't done it and you weren't trained. There was no hacky radio stuff because you were just doing what you wanted to do. Your instincts as a comic and as a person, which were really strong instincts, because you were really good. Nick was really good at running a show, like not just being funny, but actually like creating this and kind of going from point A to point B. You made it work well.
I tried. That was from listening, just listening. I always, as a kid, I was listening to talk radio. I was like an old man.
Yeah.
When I was doing
what did Nick's going to have to say?
Me and Otto, when I would do gigs with Otto and George, we would go do gigs. I'd pick him up in Queens. We'd drive back down to Pennsylvania to do these fucking horrible Pickle Man gigs. And
what the hell's Pickle Man?
The guy named the Pickle Man, he had
what?
He had a fucking he had like a really weird toupee. I remember Otto said he looked like fucking Dreyerland. But he would sell pickles during the day, and he did stand up. He had a truck with pickles in it, so we would do a Pickle Man gig. But it's some of the most fun times in my career. Is me and stupid Otto driving into the middle of Pennsylvania for fucking shit gigs, hoping to get laid afterwards. And we would listen to talk radio. We would listen to Bob Grant. If it was a day, like I'd pick him up. Me too. Get off my phone. And I would drive to get Otto on Jewel Avenue in Queens, and we would drive back down. So, we were at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, we're in the car. And on the way home, we'd either listen to the Bob Grant replay or fucking Jay Diamond, who was very funny. And talk radio was all I listened to for years. It was great.
That's what kept me alive when I was doing nights by myself. It's like a 3-hour show every night from 9 to midnight. And it was the callers that once you got the callers going, it was flying by. Everybody was having a good time. It was great.
You had the regulars too.
There were all the regulars calling in. Everybody calling in at that hour was out of their minds.
Because they can be entertaining as hell. When I had that Free FM show, I could have run for mayor of Staten Island. I would have won. Every other call was Joey from Staten Island. And the cops, the New York cops loved the show. I could pull over a couple times and the cops got me out of shit. I don't know if I should say that. But it was like and then I get like a call from a construction site in New Jersey. It was really the working class salt of the earth people. That's what I want to do.
Now that you're on Sirius, it'll be all the truck drivers are going to love you. Truck drivers are going to love you.
Yes, I have the podcast. I'm on my subscribers. It's a truck driver in Australia.
Wow.
And he sends me like a nice hefty donation every month because I keep him company at 3 a.m.
Isn't it weird when you, especially with podcasting, because again, I have much less experience. I just started the stupid chip one, but you find people from England and other places who are downloading it, and it's a very, even with the radio show they do, but with that even more. It's very odd to hear people from other countries responding.
Yeah, because you know how we are as Americans.
Yeah,
I don't anything outside the tri-state area. I'm not listening.
Yeah,
I can't relate. But these people are really interested when they know you stand up in England and shit. I feel like I'm losing out on money over there.
I do. I want to go. I'm going to Europe at the end of the month.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not kind of international, anyways.
Not going to sell though. It's like nobody knows me there, but I just want to do it. And England, I'm dying to do. I want to get over there over the summer or September.
Before it blows up.
Yeah. Oh, the whole Brexit thing. Don't get me going.
Hey, Brexit. Do the ISIS tour.
Did you ever listen to one of my favorite radio guys ever was Art Bell? Did you ever listen to him?
Coast to Coast?
But Art Bell, because we got kicked off the air, Opie and Anthony, in 2002. So I would ride around.
And you deserved it, by the way.
I know. We were very salty. And the whole Sex for Sam thing. I would drive around looking at hookers all night, and I would listen to. I couldn't listen to comedy radio because it made me too depressed. I would listen to Art Bell overnight or Joe Beningo, and he would. No one could fucking keep a guy on the phone interesting for 5 hours better than Art Bell.
Is it one guest?
Dude, he's a master.
One phone guest.
A master. He would have one guy on the phone, and Art knew how to milk the story and keep you listening. I mean, no one has ever been better at teasing through the commercial break than Art Bell. Holy fuck. And we're going to be talking about this and the mystery. And then you're like, oh God, I can't wait till the next break. And then he wouldn't get to it. But he kept you going. What an Art, man.
Teasing you.
Yeah. He would also figure out that if he would never interrupt anybody and just let them go on and as long as they wanted to go, because he knew, I'll have a follow-up question, but I'm going to let him take as much time because he wanted it to last 5 hours.
Yeah, it's like sex. Thinking about the Red Sox.
Right, exactly.
Trying to get it up.
No, it was like that's where I heard of Michio Kaku. First time I heard Dr. Kaku was on Art Bell show, and I guess they have ISDN, but you know how hard a phoner's like. I'm looking at Nick. I'm looking at Sam.
It's hard, the phone.
Dude,
especially
the
comedy. The timing is, you step on each other. Like you said, I'm looking at you. I know you. I'll stop because I see your mouth forming a word.
It's a weird lean in. It's this.
I think it's a word.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes I'm just making it a circular motion because I'm lonely. But it's weird, like the thing you have in person, because again, stand-up's an in-person thing.
Yeah.
On the phone is fucking. That's why guys like Jay Moore is very good on the phone. Dice is phenomenal. He's better on the phone than I am in a room.
Is
like,
he really, Dice?
Dude, he can literally.
Why would Dice be good on the phone?
Because he's got the same thing Jay Moore does. They're fucking
money,
but they're also crazy, and they can both watch themselves.
They are
And like literally, Jay doesn't give a fuck about making an ass out of himself. Dice doesn't care, and there's that lack of fear.
Yeah,
and that
it's
lack
funny.
of self-consciousness that they can literally fucking plow through it, and they're great. And it's really, they're great on the phone.
It's funny when you have $200 million in the bank, how you don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Fearless, huh?
Yeah.
As I'm hanging on every word, I'm like, if this show doesn't work, I'm out of bullets.
Do you get worried? Because
I don't care anymore.
You know,
I'm
right?
Give me a break. I'm in my 50s. I don't give a shit. I'm checking my poop for blood every morning. It's a matter of
I do
time.
too, but by taste.
Jesus Christ.
It's the blindfold test.
Oh, that one even got me, and I've known you forever. That was a little gross.
Do you worry about your health too? I'm 48, so I fucking start. I'm like, oh no. For me, it's like, do I have AIDS? Like, I worry about all kinds of crazy shit, cancer.
Well,
You
yeah,
don't
I've
get
seen your
AIDS from
habit.
getting older, though.
No, I know.
That's not one of getting older. You know, AIDS is becoming an issue.
My dad's got AIDS. He turned 70, and I went yesterday. I went for a testosterone checkup.
How you doing?
Just my hair's thinning and shit, and I have no energy. I'm like, I thought I had fucking Lyme disease. I'm feeling better.
Yeah.
So I go in. This is why fucking Rogan makes me laugh. I've said this to about 10 people in the last couple of years. I think I'm going to start juicing like a musclehead, and I'm dead serious. And every 9 out of 10 people go, "Why would you do that at this? You're going to ruin your kidneys and your liver." And then I go out on Rogan's show. I go, "I think I'm going to start juicing." He looks at me dead serious. He goes, "Why wouldn't you?" I go, "Because it could fuck up my kidneys and liver." And he goes, "What's the alternative? You're going to get old and fucking die." He's
Yeah.
trying to convince me to
Get on that HGH.
But he does those it's testosterone replacement treatment, TRT. I guess he does it like every Joe checks in like a Toyota every 6 months. He has a checkup. And I went to the doctor, and my doctor was, of course, I got to get the guy that has ethics, and he's like, "You don't need that." He checked my levels.
How are your levels? Are they fine?
300 is normal. I'm at like 350.
So when you
And he goes, "Maybe you're just tired of your wife."
do you feel
No,
like
he
you
didn't
said
say
you have
that.
no energy? I have the same thing all the time. Do you think you have sleep apnea?
I don't have sleep apnea, but not that I know of. I'm not going to
snore?
put a deer camera in my room. I don't snore, according to my wife and 3 other broads. What? No, not that I know. But even when I do sleep, Jimmy, even if I get 6 hours, and my podcast people are so tired of hearing about this, even if I get 6 hours, I wake up feeling I've been up all night. I'm exhausted. It's not restorative sleep, so I
I'm
don't
never
know.
refreshed.
Yeah.
You
You're not
should take
either?
it never refreshed,
I've
but I
tried
know what's wrong
everything,
with me.
dude.
Have you taken a sleep apnea test?
No, I haven't.
You should
I got
try
a
that.
71.
You should try it. You should try a sleep apnea
Where
test.
do you do that?
They have all kinds of sleep study
You have a
places.
girl watch you all night?
No, but it's on a monitor. It's an uncomfortable thing.
You went to the place?
I've gotten to 3.
And they watch you all night.
Yeah, but it's...
That must be funny watching him in his bed. And
Yeah. Yeah, they're like, who are these ladies, in air quotes, that are coming and going? But you stay at the place, and they watch you. You're hooked up to a machine. Like, whoever invents a wireless way to do that will be a billionaire, because it makes the test so uncomfortable. But they put you in the machine, check your levels, and they see if you're breathing properly. And fucking, you might be surprised if you don't feel refreshed after sleeping.
don't.
I asked Rogan that. I was on his podcast in March.
Dr. Rogan. Everybody.
Yeah, I know.
It's because he researches. He's
I
a
know.
weird pothead. He fucking researches
love him.
everything and
I
does
fucking love
jujitsu.
him.
If I smoke pot, I just eat gummy bears and jerk off and play with my nipples, which I do
You
now
smoke
anyway.
weed?
No, I said
You
if I
don't.
did, that's
Oh,
all
you
I would
did,
do.
yeah.
But Joe is a guy who he goes, yeah, I feel. I'm like, do you feel refreshed after sleep? And he's like, I feel great. Like, he feels amazing after he sleeps. So that's the way he should be.
But I think he still has. I think he has that. Like I think he does the testosterone replacement shit every few.
And
Don't
I
you
think
get
that's
tits
what
if
he
you
told
stop
me.
with that, though? I want to know about that.
Well-
Don't you get tits if you stop?
Well,
I
I'd
think
like
so.
tits at this point.
Me too.
Would you like to have something to grab when you're yanking it?
I would love that. That's what I already do. I like to just cup one and feel how heavy it is. feel my heavy
I'm thinking
bosom.
about getting fake ones. I can't.
But don't you think that Joe probably also gets like full? Because you're not supposed to get 6 hours. You're supposed to get a full 8 hours a night.
That's when you're like your age and younger. If you get a solid 6, I'm fucking thrilled.
Do you wake up in the middle of the night? Do you piss?
Jimmy, here's what happens, and it's cyclical. But I no matter what time I go to bed, whether it's midnight or 2:30 a.m., I'll wake up exactly 3.5 hours later.
You do?
Oh, and I wake up and I feel refreshed. It's 4 a.m, and that's when I feel at my best.
Yep.
And then I try to go back to sleep, and then even if I get
Fuck
a couple
it up.
more, then I feel like shit.
What time do you go to bed?
That's the thing, though. You know, if I'm home off the road and I'll get into a normal pub, no earlier than 1:30. I can't go to sleep.
Sure, yeah.
And then you go on the road. I'll stay up when I do 2 gigs on a Saturday night. You go back to the hotel room. You're watching TV.
5 in the morning, yeah.
5 in the morning, and then you come home. Now your pattern's fucked up.
Yeah.
So that has something to do with it. Then a lot of cocaine.
And Nick
used to
Show,
be
by the
funny
way,
when I did it.
starting Monday night, 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Is it Monday
Channel
through Friday?
103. That's this.
Across the whole platform. Sam
Yeah.
hates when I say across the board. Sam, you hate. That's how we go from person to person here. Sam, comment.
Yeah, it sounds stupid when
It
you say
does,
across
right?
the board.
Now, Nick, how are you feeling?
What is that? A cowbell that doesn't
Yeah.
work?
Yeah. That's how people know it's their turn. I say their name and I do this. Nick, how are you feeling about your?
Oh my God!
Terrible.
I just transplanted to Johnny Dare in Nebraska in the morning.
So are you going to do like?
this mine, Sam?
That's
Isn't it?
yours. That's
All right.
yours. Are you?
Pointing at his cock, by the way.
I'm assuming it's going to be a political heavy show.
No,
No?
I there'll be some of that,
But you don't want that message getting out there
What message?
that it's a political heavy show.
Yeah, no, because people get scared of that. Comedy fans, it's not
Right.
going to be preachy. It's always going to be funny first.
Right.
Yes.
Even if I'm talking heavy politics, I'll drop a sound effect, and somebody getting fucked. Does
That's the
something.
important thing. Is to try to keep it like you talk about whatever you want. And this is what people don't know about Nick. Like Nick tends to lean more conservative.
Yeah,
But your favorite
every now and
comic
then.
of all time is not a fucking conservative comic. He's one of the more liberal comics
That's
ever.
right, Modi.
Nick idolizes
Roquel.
Modi. But Bill Hicks, you talked about Bill Hicks probably more than I think the guys I've heard talk about Hicks the most are you. Actually, Stanhope talked more about Mitch Hedberg. I think you talked about Hicks more than anybody I've ever known.
I learned so much. I didn't listening to him and going, oh, he can be political and be funny.
Sure.
And sometimes there was no laughs there. He was just his political convictions, and he was so mean about it, about the other side.
Yeah.
But it was always poetic and funny. But you have to keep it funny first.
Sure.
Or otherwise you get preachy and shit.
Don't you find guys like that, like Carlin towards the end, or I guess Hicks? If you enjoy somebody enough as a person, like I don't even mind those, like when Carlin would just shred somebody or shred something, like,
Right.
even if I didn't 100% agree, I'm like it's so poetic, like,
Yeah.
to watch this guy do this.
Well, Hicks used to talk about. He did this whole dark thing about, I don't know, Rush Limbaugh laying in a tub and Barbara Bush pissing on him and rolling. She rolls out her fucking labia, rolls down her leg, and just so graphic and fucking mean. And Strom Thurmond having the skins of children drying in his attic and shit. Just fucking really, funny. And I'm that fucking. I mean, I'm not going to shy away from me leaning right. I think that's why I got the job. To be honest with you, nobody. So
Yeah.
There's not many right-leaning comics.
no, and so that's. But it won't be political heavy. But there'll
It's a
be
comedy
enough
show.
of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I think my podcast. Actually, my podcast is probably more political than I plan on doing this show. Who knows though?
Yeah, you just do it.
I don't know. I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I don't know what I'm doing, Sam.
And you can get Nick's podcast. It's available also at connectpal.com/Nick.
Yeah.
Nick, truly a brilliant comic. One of the funniest guys in the business. I really mean that. Like, since I started,
Thank you,
you're
Jimmy.
truly brilliant.
I kind of wish this Comey firing had happened next week, because the first thing I thought of, like, I was happy that you were coming in today to talk to us about it, because I was like, this would be like perfect to.
I don't know what to make of it, Sam. I really don't.
Really?
Well, yeah. I mean,
Nick, you got any thoughts? you have any thoughts on Comey?
Don't set him. He was already.
They should do that on Meet the Press. Fucking Chuck Todd.
Chuck Todd and his cowbell.
Yeah, I don't know what the fucking. But the Schumer's already out there going, this is a cover up for the Russian. Can I have some evidence of the Russian thing? You got anything else? We've been talking about it for 6 months. You fucking Can you show me some evidence there was collusion, for fuck's sake?
He was really hoping they would get some evidence, and then the guy gets fired, and they're like, oh fuck.
Well, so you're saying they fired him to cover it up? Is that what you're saying? Of course not. That's too obvious.
Although,
you think?
Yeah.
I enjoyed the letter that Trump wrote to him
about saying that you've cleared me 3 times.
Yes. It was very nice of you to say 3 times that I had nothing to do with this, but you're still fired.
But don't let the door hit you in the ass away. But Comey was in a tough position, at that point. Then Wiener's, those emails came in. He had to reopen the case, and if he didn't, he would have caught shit.
And if he did, he would have caught shit.
But he also loved the camera. I agree with that too.
Comey?
Yeah. It's not his place to go out there and say some of the shit he did, I guess. So I don't know.
I have not loved an FBI director basically since J. Edgar and Clive. I mean, they were a power couple. They really were the first power couple.
They were.
Before Bill and Hillary, before any of them, it was fucking Clive and J. Edgar.
Is that from the JFK movie? That's some of it, right?
Oh,
I love that movie.
No, I do, but they were a couple. I mean, they were fucking. They were a fucking absolute item. And I think that Giancana might have known and had evidence that he was gay.
Do you think Giancana liked that type of stuff?
I don't think Giancana went for it, but no, I think he loved it. Actually, I think there's nothing more he enjoyed than an FBI director with a cock in his mouth and him with a picture of it.
Did you see the J. Edgar movie?
Yes. Oh. Yeah, I did.
I did. Oh, that was you know who was playing him, right? Brian.
No,
who played
Leo.
him?
Oh,
that's right.
Leo DiCaprio.
Army was in that. Was his
Army Hammer?
Army Hammer, yes.
As
Clive Tolson.
Yes. They definitely touched on the.
How was that?
The life partnering.
I liked DiCaprio.
I liked it. My wife thought it was long.
I think I liked it too. I don't remember it, but I remember I kind of liked it.
It did go a little long, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah,
I think that because he denied that organized crime. Existed. I think that's where him and Bobby Kennedy clashed or something.
Oh,
and they said that was because Giancana might have had some evidence that Edgar was a naughty boy.
Did you see the article that came out this morning that said when Comey found out that he was getting fired, he thought it was like a prank?
He was speaking.
Yeah.
And it came across like on the screen, on a TV monitor.
And he just kind of waves it off like, it's one of these, they're pulling my leg again, these guys.
But what news organization would be pranking you?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
CNN, that's the answer, folks.
Yeah.
But that's kind of weird. That's how he found out.
And then he gets off stage and they're like, wait, what prank? No, that's real. It's the news. That's
you think they would have let him know first?
See, like I should have been reading about that last night, but I was watching the Rangers and the Senators. So that's the kind of show, folks.
Yeah.
I'll delve into some political shit, and then I'll go, you'll corner me, and I go, how about the Rangers? They just got up last night.
I don't really know what to think about these guys, but here's what the Rangers need to do.
Well, the thing is, when you have a theme like that, like we could talk about whatever we want.
Right.
When you have a theme where you have to, like it's got to suck where you have to talk sports or you have to talk liberal or conservative. It's like, God, some days it's just fucking exhausting, I'm sure.
I watch those guys like on all those news stations. I go, it's cyclical. It's 24-hour news cycle.
Yeah.
When do they get to rest?
Or the contributors that are on every show that have to have just hot take machines. Just you need a hot take. No matter what happens, let's call them in. What's the hot take? Hot take. Hot take.
Juan Williams has like a bunk bed at Fox News in the basement. The guy's on like 9 shows a day.
I know.
Yeah.
Who fired him? Was it CNN or MSNBC?
Whoever did had great taste, in my opinion. The guy's a fucking dope.
Oh, you don't
like it? I'll have him on the show. He'll be my first guy. No, he seems like a nice guy. But you're right. They never leave the building.
No, they never leave, and they just need a hot take on every story.
Have you interviewed anybody that you didn't think you'd like that you liked? Or like, I'm asking because I did it. We roasted James Carville in DC.
I got invited to that, but I didn't do it.
It was so much fun, and I got to be honest. Sharpton was there. He was fucking.
I had breakfast with
hilarious,
dude. I have somewhere. If you call Comedy Central, they have this archived. They gave me a pilot, and the first thing was me and Al Sharpton having breakfast up in Harlem. Oh yeah, that wasn't funny.
How funny was it? It was great.
We picked him up in a van, like on Broadway at like 8 in the morning. He couldn't have been more charming and shit, but still full of shit. And I called him out. We're having breakfast. We're having like Ruth Ann's or some famous, Harlem breakfast place.
But you called him on being full of shit?
Oh, yeah. All the things on the menu are, the Martin Luther King pancakes and shit. I'm like, I didn't like that guy. I was like, what the fuck? I mean, I was just, poking him, and he was poking me. But we were having a good time, and he was charming and funny.
Yeah, he is, right?
Yeah. So, do you believe that wouldn't get on?
That's really funny.
It was as funny as you think it was.
But the idea of that, it's almost like if it comes from that angle where you're not 100% pushing that mentality. And it sounds like people who think when comedians talk like this, we're being paranoid or because we didn't get something. But guys like Nick or guys like Colin that I talk about it with, it's like there's guys I respect who are really bright who feel the same way. Like, so I'm not just me being a little bitch about things. There really is something to, there's only a certain thinking that they're comfortable with. A lot of the networks and comedy in general.
Oh, Christ, yeah. It's a great way to break down. Seriously, the racial shit. What went on in Tough Crowd with you, me, and Patrice and
Keith and
It really does. It sounds corny, but it is a good way to bring it better than music. Everybody thinks music is going to heal the world.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Hasn't done it yet.
No,
but comedy is
Yeah, they cut your clit off to drums in certain countries. Doesn't fucking heal the world.
Yeah,
but you're right. Jokes are a lot better because there's no black guys I'm more comfortable around than comedians because there's nothing I can't say to these guys, and I'm never afraid I'm going to get bullshit back. When I see Mike Yard with a fucking a whiskey at the sun, I'm not getting an ounce of bullshit back from that guy. No. It's going to be 100% truthfulness.
That could be milk in that glass. He's going to tell you.
Yeah, but there's also like the audience, right? Because now, especially, everybody just reads whatever agrees with them, and they're not going to meet anybody halfway. But if you can come from if you're
talking
coming
about
from
the left, Sam.
Both sides.
No, we're not beating people up on college campuses. You guys are. You're the fucking
How is it me?
Because I don't know. You look like a 1960s professor from fucking Yale. That's why
I'm representing the left.
I hear what you're saying.
It's both sides. But
man, there's a new segment on the show. Headbutting, headbutting.
But if you can come from a conservative point of view and just cut through and make somebody who's on the left laugh.
They'll still hate you. That's why they're assholes.
They will.
I can laugh at Al Franken and fucking Jon Stewart and Bill Maher.
Right.
They won't laugh at me.
I don't know. I think Bill Maher would.
Would he?
Bill Maher is a fucking not a language cop at all. Like, he probably loves it, Ben. I think Bill Maher would probably thoroughly enjoy you.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Do you like Bill Maher?
I kind of do.
Yeah.
Everybody, because he's a bomb thrower,
right?
And he's a smart fucking guy. This is how I sum him up. He's like when you watch sports and your arch rival team. There's a guy that you fucking hate, but you love him on your team.
It's like Ty Cobb. Like people didn't like Ty Cobb. But Wade Boggs, when he was a Red Sox, I wanted him to have fucking cancer of the eyes and sinuses.
I still do.
When he joined the Yankees, I was, did you hear the thing about chicken? Hold on, little fact.
The fucking cowbell.
All right, I'm trying a new segment.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't even fucking ring. It's like that cotton in the cob. Fucking Boggs, I hated. Even when he was on the Red Sox. I'll tell you why. Because I went to many Sox games when he was playing. I'm watching batting practice. He's hitting them halfway up the bleachers in right field at Fenway. That's about 440 feet with ease. But he'd rather be a Punch and Judy and hit for average. Seriously, he was the most overrated fucking, to me, he made average field, came an all-star.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
What? Of course he is.
Here's why he shouldn't be, in my opinion. Other than his batting average, look at his numbers. He averaged about 12 homers a year and about 72 RBI, maybe less.
Rod Carew kind of was like that too, though. He reminded me of Rod Carew a little bit. He was also a fucking slap hitter.
I like Carew better.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
He's one of my favorite ball players of all time, and I don't know why either. When I was a kid, I loved Rod Carew.
Oh, he's a person of color. Anyways.
I was obsessed with Wade Boggs as a kid.
I shouldn't say I hate, but I just knew the potential. Because I heard other players on the team say, this guy could hit 35 homers if he wanted to.
Then again, they were probably throwing him different pitches in batting practice. They're probably throwing him fucking 88-mile-an-hour fastballs.
No, you're right. But he definitely... I remember Jose Canseco, I think he was talking about Boggs. I think it was Boggs. He goes... Jose Canseco goes, I'm more exciting striking out 4 times than Boggs going 5 for 5. Which is so true. I think he was talking about bugs.
Yeah, I was obsessed
Why
with him.
were you obsessed with him?
I was going through a box of stuff at my mom's house not too long ago.
He banged your mom?
No.
He was going through her box and he found a Red Sox hat.
Was this still in here? And I found the old, it was an old, neon 1989 Wade Boggs T-shirt with all these colors and everything on it. I think it was just because when I was really little,
He stayed over your house. That's
Yeah,
what
that's
happened.
exactly what it
Did you
was.
sniff it?
That's true.
Smell like a 3-day-old salmon?
And she was yelling, "Oh my God, he's eating my pussy like chicken."
Are you back to the Wade Boggs and chicken?
Sorry. Apologize.
I mean, he's taking the skin off it?
Would he eat fried chicken or no?
Yeah.
Every night,
No,
right?
roast chicken. Like roast.
It was roast?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't fried. He was racist. I just started that. But no, it was a roast chicken.
What an odd ritual.
Yeah.
Chicken is awesome.
No, I love chicken, but he was like an OCD guy. Like he would, I think, leave at a certain time. Baseball players are the biggest flakes because they have the most games. They're
That's
such
a good point. Long
flakes.
schedule. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
These guys know their schedules.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's just because I got a starting lineup toy as when I was probably 4 years old.
A starting lineup toy?
What
remember
a
him?
shitty toy, a lineup card?
We got, what?
Yeah, what
No,
a dick.
What's it, a dildo with a bunch of Yankees signed it?
No, it's just Paul Bond. He had a Paul Bond built dildo. Oh wait, am I thinking
Barry?
God damn it! Who is his father? Paul Bond's a comedian.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Who is his father?
It's all right. You'll get there.
Whose father?
Paul Bond. Who's a comedian?
Who is
Bobby
a
Bonds.
comedian?
I fuck.
Ooh, Barry Bonds
you
and
think
Bobby Bonds.
Bobby Bonds and Barry Bonds?
and Barry Bonds.
I'm sorry.
And then there's Junk Bonds.
What are you talking about?
I said Paul Bond, the comedian, but I meant a black ball player.
Yeah, Barry
I
Bonds.
meant sorry, Bonds.
But even if, it would have
Is
been
Paul
like...
Bond's Paul Bond's a baseball player?
No.
No.
God
It's Bobby
damn it.
Bonds and Barry Bonds.
No, I know those guys, but I thought Paul Bond was one too.
So the toy was a starting lineup?
It's an action figure. They used to make baseball players, but it was the starting lineup. And it was they made a Don Mattingly and a Wade Boggs and all those guys. And so somebody gave me one as a kid.
But you said starting lineup, so was it all 9 guys?
No, it was just what it was called. That's what the line was
that's
called.
what they called it.
Yeah.
All right.
And so I got one, and it was Wade Boggs. And after that, I was just like, yeah, this is the greatest baseball player ever. Because I just had the toy.
Imagine if they gave you some utility infielder from the Dominican Republic.
He's or a weird pitcher. Oh my God, Louis Tiant is God.
He was my hero, Louis.
I fucking did he pitch for the Yankees too or no? Did he just?
At the
I thought
very
he did.
end, I think you're right.
That weird
Jimmy.
Because I pitched briefly in Little League. They told me, you got a good arm, Jimmy. Because I would throw from the outfield. And I was a horrible choke artist fucking pitcher when I pitched. I walked runs. I stunk. I didn't make it out of the first
You
inning.
walked runs?
I did. I was terrible.
He walked runs.
I walked runs in.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was really bad. But I remember watching Louis Tiant and going, he had the weirdest pause.
He'd do the 360 or 180.
Such a crazy fucking windup.
And every time we were laying around on a lazy Saturday afternoon, my buddy, we're watching the Sox, and he gets up to do a Louis Tiant impression. This is after Louis retired. This is in the late 80s. And my buddy's in his bare feet, and he does Louis Tiant doing that, 180-degree turn, and he breaks his toe on the coffee table. Dude, I have never laughed so fucking hard. It was a marble coffee table. It must have moved 3 inches. He kicked it. I could hear the bone break. I use it now. When I was in acting class, I use it to make myself laugh. I couldn't fucking stop laughing. Fucking bleeding all over the rug. His face went from just normal to agony.
Just to do some irrelevant impression.
He must have moved the thing 3 inches. It must have weighed 200 pounds. The funniest. What's funnier than seeing somebody get hurt?
And I know. Especially doing a Louis Tiant impression, which will never help you in life.
No!
It was years after he retired. It was the fucking stupidest. But I'll still, to this day, if I'm in an elevator and I start thinking of that, I'll have to get off the
still
next
chuckle?
floor. Oh my God! I fucking used it for years.
That is funny.
That's great.
What part of the windup did he break the foot on? Was it the turn?
Yes. You know, Louis used to turn his back to the plate.
And
he
then
would do
boom,
local-
slams the big toe.
You could hear the fucking thing crack, man.
Great.
To this day, it was the funniest thing I've
Great.
ever.
Did you remain friends with him?
Oh yeah, he's an eye doctor. I met this kid up at University of Maine. We lived in the same dorm. He's from Augusta, Maine. And ironically, he graduated a year before me, and he moves down to like my hometown. He has an office, and he's got like 4 offices. He's an optometrist.
Oh, okay. So you still see him?
Yeah.
You ever remind him of it when you see him?
Oh, Christ, yeah. I don't have to. He's got a club foot now. No, but, yeah. And he, you know, my mother will text me, Tony just did an eye exam on me and your dad. You know, greatest guy ever. He's one of the guys that got me into stand-up.
He was.
We almost got in a fist fight one night. He called me a pussy for not having the balls, like 1987, where everybody was doing... Comedy was booming in Boston, and the open mics were everywhere. And he thought I was so funny from up at. He said, "If you know," and we almost like get physical over it. We were drunk. He goes, "You got no balls and shit." So sure enough, I put in like 2 weeks later.
Kind of taunted you into getting into it.
Yeah, and so he knew a bartender who worked at Stitches. I was a bar back for like 8 months.
Do you remember your first joke that you told on stage?
Oh boy, it was an ad lib, and it wasn't a joke. I made fun of the guy before me. Imagine an open mic. I'm making fun of.
I know.
That's how you know you're a guy that went on before me had a tuxedo on, and you know, I'm not going to remember the name of the tux place. Oh, yeah. I said I went on after him, and I go, I didn't know what to wear. It's my first time ever doing comedy, and you know, I was mulling around for like 2 hours. I go, I didn't know I was going to follow Mr. fucking Saunders. That's the name of the tux place in Boston. And they got like a nice...
That is funny, yeah.
Yeah, and then I went into my material and ate my own shit for the next 5 minutes. But George McDonald goes, that's how I knew you were going to be a good comic. He said, your first thing was an
slamming somebody.
But yeah, that was it. And then I went into a bit about... something about my girlfriend nagging me. Well, you shaved my back. Something stupid and hacky like that. And
did you tape it or no?
Then I did Archie Bunker getting blown by a great white shark.
Did you really?
Yes. Just to do an Archie Bunker impression. Sam, why are you looking at me like a fucking asshole? It was my first time on stage.
Because he's jealous of the shark.
It was horrible.
Wish you'd broken your toe doing it.
Yeah, that would actually help. But yeah, that was at Stitches in Boston.
Did you tape back then or no?
Oh, Christ, no.
I didn't either. I wish I had. Some guys do. I guess the longer it goes, the more like everyone has a recording device. But I wish I had back then.
Well, now
even
it's
your first
easy.
Open mic, I would have never even known to record.
I know, I wouldn't have. But some people just think, and they bring a little tape recorder back then. I wish I had.
No shit.
Some people at their first open mic are taping it so they can share it with the world.
Or a
I got to
video
post
camera,
this on social media.
No, that's
I'm a
true.
comedian now.
That's exactly right. It was at Stitches in Boston on ComAb. It's not there anymore. If you see that movie, the documentary about Boston comedy, when stand-up stood out.
I've never seen that.
Dude, Jimmy, even if you're not from Boston, you'll eat it up. They show Stephen Wright. They were interviewing Stephen Wright. They cut to him on his first Tonight Show, murdering. He tells the story, how he got discovered that night at the Ding Ho. Like 100 guys auditioned because the guy from the Tonight Show was in town looking at schools for his daughter. And he saw this thing, comedy show at the Ding Ho. So the guy from the Tonight Show, this is when Carson was in his peak, goes to the... to see if there's any talent. Like 50 guys go on, and Stephen Wright said, I was the only one that bombed. He goes, I went right home. Everybody else stuck around to meet the guy after, and Stephen Wright gets the call.
And by the way, here's why that guy did that, because he wanted the trip for his daughter's school to be a tax write-off. So he probably flew first class and stayed in a 5-star hotel, and then went there and wrote the whole fucking trip off.
See, he's a business guy. This is it. No, that's what they did back then. Talent scouts actually looked for fucking talent.
They would actually find somebody. And I'm amazed. There's so many funny guys that come out of Boston. So many great comedians come out of Boston. And the guys, I've met Steve Sweeney. I've never watched him work. I've actually looked him up online just to see him perform. Don Gavin. It's really hard to find video on these guys.
They are, and those guys, the two you just mentioned, is funny. Gavin might be the funniest guy on the planet ever.
Yeah.
Honest to God. These guys, what happened was, though, stand-up, and you get this movie to explain to you, but stand-up was booming, especially in Boston, and these guys worked at Nick's Comedy Club, which was run by the boys, and they signed them into an exclusive deals. Like Gavin and Sweeney had to be at Nick's every weekend.
Wow.
But they were making, I remember Gavin telling me they would make, $3-4 grand a weekend.
Back in the late 80s, early 90s, yeah.
Which is a ton of money.
Yeah.
And they ended up, drinking and doing coke. And they never left Boston a lot. But Steve, those guys killed harder than anybody I've ever seen.
That's what I heard.
Kevin Meaney. You got to watch this. You have to watch this when stand-up stood out.
I forgot Meaney was a Boston guy. Besides, obviously, yourself, Leno, Lenny Clark, Leary. Who else comes out of Boston? The guy
Dane Cook, Joe Rogan, Louis C.K.
That's right.
Fucking
Louis?
Conan.
Louis comes out of Boston. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Who else? The guy who died, Kenny Rogerson, right?
No, Kenny's still alive.
No, who's the other guy who died? There's a guy who died, a guitar guy. I'm thinking of who died at a Boston comic, a legendary Boston comic who died in the last few years.
No, but not a guitar act.
Maybe not a guitar act.
I'd be celebrating that.
I don't know Kenny, so I'm sorry. I'm mixing him up with somebody.
Rich Seisler, he died a few years ago. Another great comic.
Wolfberg was not a Boston comic.
No,
right?
he wasn't.
You guys have, what about Robert Kelly?
Bobby Kelly. No, exactly. If you watch this special, it opens. This is how it. Fran Solomita did it. He was a comic and lived in Boston when I was coming up. It opens with Lenny Clark on stage, yelling at a table of people to shut the fuck up. Lenny weighs about 175 pounds. He's probably in his late 20s, maybe. And then it ends with Lenny weighing about 300 pounds, like 30 years later, telling a table to shut the fuck up at a different... It's so well done, Jimmy. You got to watch
when
it.
When stand-up stood out.
Yeah, Fran Solomita is the guy who did it. He was a comedian. And
what year did he do the documentary?
That probably had to come out 8-10 years ago, I would say. But it's still, you'll absolutely love it. They interviewed Colin about the first time he went up to Boston and had to be escorted off the stage at Nick's because they wanted to kill him.
Birbiglia? Wow, I didn't realize all these guys were at Boston.
Oh, Birbiglia's a mass guy. Yeah.
Oh, my God, Patrice. How the fuck did I forget Patrice?
Me? No, my parents. Wow. I forgot my parents. They're from Boston. It's so brilliantly done. And Stephen Wright, they show him on his first Tonight Show. I think Liberace.
10 months in, he was 10 months into stand-up, I believe, when he first got there.
There you go.
And he 3 jokes a minute or whatever. I mean, he was a machine back then. That's funny. He's the only guy who didn't do well that night.
And they show stitches where I told my first joke. You go in the box office. You stand right next to the stage. That's where I was standing, and they actually show that box office. It was getting all these flashbacks. And Kenny Rogerson, they interview him. And Lenny Clark tells a story. How many, one night he did 11 shows. It's still the record in Boston and shit. He goes, I call Crazy Eddie the cab driver. He shows up with an 8-ball of Coke. We sit in the front seat, and he goes through the whole night. I did the early show at Stitches. I went over to play it against Sam's, closed that one. But he did like 11 shows, and he beat up the owner of the Comedy Connection one night. He's all coked up. I mean, dude, you will eat this shit up.
Who, Blumenreich?
No, before Blumenreich, the original Comedy Connection. Lenny thought the guy was fucking him out of money or something, so he fucking beat him up. He's fucking.
I remember that. I remember that room was such a great room. Unless not the Wilbur Theater, but to me, one of the most perfect rooms I've ever done. The
Comedy Connection
was a box. It was like painted black. It was like a perfect performing place.
Which one? Not the one at Faneuil Hall. Yeah.
Oh,
that was beautiful.
God, was that fucking
beautiful
amazing.
Room? Yeah,
amazing club.
So why'd you end up settling in Westchester instead of going back to Massachusetts and
why'd you Big Apple it
and live outside of Boston?
Say that again, Sam. I came down here in '89. I lived in the city.
Yeah.
Then I went out to L.A. for a little while. Came back here.
Yeah.
And why didn't I go back to Boston?
Yeah.
Because show business is in New York.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, L.A. or New York.
I guess so.
My first. Who's the blonde woman? She was on. I'm not gonna remember her name now. I did an audition at the Improv, and what the fuck? You see her on commercials. Forget it.
Oh,
do you know?
No.
The blonde from the commercials.
Yeah, no, she had her own talk show here in New York. Yeah,
Ellen.
Jenny.
Ellen.
What Jenny did.
If
Jenny
I said her
something.
name, you would actually know her.
Pam
Anyway.
Anderson.
No, I wish.
Ron Shear. Up All Night with Ron Shear.
All night.
Even before that.
And it's not Jenny, whatever her name was, the talk show host?
Jenny McCarthy?
I don't know.
Jenny Jones. It was Jenny Jones.
Jenny McCarthy's beauty is underrated, in my opinion.
I think she's very lovely.
Yeah, she's
unbelievable.
She's really
You guys
hot.
have probably had her in here.
No.
She hasn't come in here, but I've done her
Which
show
seat?
a bunch of times.
She's never had me on her show. I'd love to smoosh with her.
You don't even like that, Jimmy. You like the fucking girls with the sideburns and shit.
No. I like a nice, pretty girl.
You like a girl that sounds like Quint from Joe.
Yeah. For $200, I'll come on your face. For $500, you can come on mine.
Oh, God help us.
I love a big penis on a lady of Spain.
You know, you all know how I eat a pussy. Get an ante up.
Yeah.
And be on.
You got city hands, Mr. Hooper, from paying money to women. Yeah, she's lovely. Jenny McCarthy is
Got an ante up. I'll be in penicillin all winter.
And she's still hot.
I a sheepshank. Huh?
She's still hot.
She is.
which is difficult.
One of my favorite fucking things. Oh, sweet lady. How did it go?
Lady of Spain.
The girls. How did that song go?
Doesn't seem like it's one of your favorite things.
No, but I remember it. I love
Sam
it.
beat me to the Ladies of Spain.
No, but that moment where
Farewell.
he's just farewell. Yeah.
Lady, yeah.
Farewell and adieu. Yeah.
Fair Lady of Spain.
It's such a great moment.
Yeah.
It is.
But you're right. It's one of my favorite
That
things. I
couldn't-
just
it
liked
couldn't
it.
be,
I
yeah.
probably should have just said I liked it.
Yeah, just one thing that you liked of many things.
Sure. I can think of one thing I don't like.
What's that?
That'll be you.
Okay.
What was that? I missed it.
He doesn't like me.
No, I just don't like it when he points things like that out with his sleeves rolled up. Bothers me. Like a guy down in business straightening out the room.
Yeah, let's
I don't-
talk
hold
about
on.
this, Jim.
Hold on.
Let's get to the bottom.
Wait a minute. The objection bell. I didn't care for that at all.
God.
I love that thing.
That genuinely bothers Sam when you do that.
No,
That's
he
why
li-
it's so funny.
The cowbell is
He
so
likes it.
annoying.
Well, it makes it very morning, Jewish
It
like.
is kind of Jewish. Like, there's nothing to like here. Look. Wait. Listen.
Now you're checking it like Quinta Inn.
Fun alert.
It's not a fun alert. There's nothing fun about it.
Sure it is.
Have you been following the, speaking of baseball players, the Matt Harvey
Yes,
story?
I have.
I have mixed feelings about Matt. Now, as an athlete who believes in the team concept,
That's right.
and all that shit. But then there's another part of me going, if I looked like him, had his money, I'd be fucking whoring around.
And it was over that model, Andrea. What's that? Adriana Lima?
Yeah, Lima.
Fuck, is she hot? I never should have
Yeah,
dumped her.
I guess she was seen with another fella. Now, if that's me. Even if I'm making millions and I'm a starting pitcher,
know.
I'm out all night trying to find the motherfucker.
That's
going
gonna
to
bother you. It's her ex-boyfriend.
That's me.
Her
Yeah.
ex-boyfriend who played for the Patriots. What's his
Aaron
name?
Hernandez.
By the way, innocent Aaron Hernandez.
Yes, they cleared his name.
Yes, he is-
God.
thank God, finally.
He did his civic duty, if you know what I'm saying.
He paid his
Good
debt to
riddance.
society.
What a piece of garbage.
But yeah, well, here's the thing, though. That I just find it to be a very funny story because, like, I love stories that every day another
can
piece
follow
gets
it?
added.
Sure, yeah.
It's like cereal. It's like that podcast.
It's sort of like the collusion with Russia. Go ahead.
Right, right.
Yes.
New pieces just get added every day. But he goes, like, it just starts. They're like, well, they suspended him because he played golf and then he said he had a migraine and he didn't show up. Well, as it turns out, he was drinking last night. Well, as it turns out, his
Yes.
ex was with someone else.
Yes.
Well, it's like a soap opera.
They have Comey on this.
And did he have, like, with
They
this
were
girl-
listening to him.
He probably didn't even, this girl probably he just dated casually, I'm guessing. Like, he went out a few times with her, and I think he probably liked her
I was
more
gonna
than she
say,
liked
there
him.
you
It
go.
happens. You know?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. So, she's a supermodel and shit.
Oh.
He's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, you're a pitcher for the Mets and shit, but I can get any cock in the city.
Anyone.
You think that's how she phrased it? You know,
Huh?
I can get any cock in the city.
That's
don't
how they
you?
talk.
Do I want to fuck a guy who plays 16 times a year or a guy who's tied up sweaty for 162? I'll take this guy.
I love it.
And the rats that they have yesterday in the paper, they had his entire night mapped out. They said, okay.
Yeah, you can't go anywhere.
Here's the timeline. They said 1 a.m. he was, quote, with his boys at 10 Oak. Between 1 and 4 a.m.
His boys.
1 Oak.
What's he in a band?
10 Oak.
Fucking boys.
That's where I used to go.
Me too. I got kicked out of it.
Yeah, I went to 6 Oak.
Between 1 and 4 a.m., 6 Oak, he was spotted enjoying Ace of Spades champagne, Don Julio, like they know the drinks that he ordered.
Yeah, that's probably a waitress spy. They probably have a spy that works in the club.
No,
that will let you know.
it was Terry Collins. They had him in a dress like a waitress. Coming over. Hi,
And then they have him like morning and early afternoon. He said he was okay. He went to golf. And then 3 p.m., he texted the pitching coach. And then at 4:30, and it's just like...
It's pussy problems.
Yep.
It is. For a guy to throw his schedule out, I'm telling you, that broad got into his head.
It just fucked him up royally.
Yeah.
When was he supposed to be at the stadium?
Not even pitching, right?
He was not. He was not
scheduled
starting.
to pitch.
No.
Shows up and is, smells like he's been clamming all night. Can you blame this?
What time was he supposed to be there, though? Like,
I
couldn't
think
just show up?
He's supposed to be there like...
Probably like noon. What time is the game?
What was it, a night game or a day game?
It was a night game.
Oh.
And he texted the guy between 3 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so probably around
He
then.
probably played golf in the
probably in the
morning.
afternoon.
Yeah, probably 3 or 4, right?
Couldn't get to sleep
If
after
he's
his
not
round of
pitching,
golf.
he doesn't have to be there like taking batting practice or something.
Yeah, no. Pedroia gets there like 7 a.m. Guy's insane. But I kind of admire.
Sure, man.
Huh?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, the athlete me and the teammate would go, hey, fucking, what are you doing? But even...
that he's going to give up all this stuff for pussy.
Oh, my God. I'm telling you.
And then it said
Right,
that...
Jimmy? The snatch will make you crazy.
Dude, especially a girl on that level.
Yeah.
Who, as a ball player, or no matter who you are, that is top of the line person to date. She's stunning. She's a runway model for Victoria's Secret, one of the most famous ones. And then you get her, and you go out with her, and you're like, oh my fucking God, I'm home.
But do you think he was that excited? I mean, he's making millions of dollars.
Doesn't
This
matter.
isn't like it's out of his...
Doesn't matter.
No, I see what you're saying.
You know what I
too.
mean?
He can
This-
get a lot of supermodels.
A lot
Exactly.
of beautiful women.
But one, one of them will be a little. One of them's
something
more of a
about her.
challenge.
Yeah.
She's like, fucking not as impressed as the other 9 that he's
Right,
banged.
that's exactly it.
So now it puts a little question mark. I speak from experience. I banged the girl with a limp and a glass eye. She had really nice. But I'm just, one of them, I think that broad got into his head maybe a little bit.
Well, Matt
Right.
Harvey is below her pay grade. Like, it's weird. Like,
Yeah.
he's a big athlete.
There you go.
Right, but he's
you
not
know,
that big.
Like, Giselle dates Tom Brady. She wouldn't date. She's married to Tom,
Right.
but she wouldn't marry
wouldn't.
Matt Harvey. Like, not that he's a bad dude, but he's not Tom Brady level. Fucking.
And he enjoyed the pride of, well, there's just something about me that it's not just supermodels for me, it's the top supermodels.
A-Rod level is different than Matt Harvey level.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
celebrity, of
Money, everything.
Yeah, fucking Madonna. Like, there's a different level of athlete, and like that's he does not fall in Adrian.
And they were together for less than 2 months.
Yeah, there was just like a fling.
It was like they were first spotted in March, and then she was back with the ex in April.
Well, she stepped out of the Met
the ex,
Gala.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
Yeah.
exactly what you said. It was like a fling, but to him it was like,
He's like,
I did it.
No, yeah, he's used to treating girls like that.
Right.
And fucking.
Right.
Blew him off.
Right.
We've
For
all
her
had that
ex.
happen. Not at that level
I've
of pussy.
only
but
had that happen. Where they fucked me once, and they're like, "Where's my ex?" Jesus Christ!
And then
My fledgling penis.
I remember, the 99 restaurants? It's a chain of restaurants.
No, but McDonald's ain't one.
Oh, yes.
I'm being cute. I'm being cute.
you aren't.
Oh, hold on. Cute alert. Go now.
It was a big thing back in the 80s. The 99 was like a chain of restaurants, and I think they started in Boston. And I banged this waitress who was dating like the guy who started the chain of restaurants, and then she just fucking ignored me like the next couple of weeks.
No.
And I ended up snapping her antenna off her sob. When I was drunk. And I couldn't believe she wanted nothing to do with me. She was like a 12 on a scale, She had this guy who was a multi-zillionaire. And
you
I couldn't believe
snatched
she
off her?
fucking blew me off.
That's
Had a
so
couple good
funny.
flings.
Yeah.
I got my ass eaten by this girl. Now she's dating the guy who started D'Angelo's.
D'Angelo, that's perfect. That's perfect. D'Angelo.
Arguably my favorite road food ever when I was eating junk food. Me and Phil Selman, I remember we did
How the
road
fuck-
gigs.
That's a Massachusetts thing, right?
And Connecticut,
Connecticut
and
too?
fucking road.
Oh, they spread out.
They fucking. I don't even remember what they had. I remember Phil Selman go, "D'Angelo's are pleasing." We loved D'Angelo's.
Yeah, the
I don't know
sandwiches weighed.
D'Angelo's.
They'd make a hero that weighed about 11 pounds with like
you never
real
ate it?
meat in it.
I don't think
Amazing.
so.
It's like Blimpie. Blimpie's a great sub place. Subway is fucking awful.
Oh, I had a whole bit on that in one of my albums about Subway. They weigh their cold cuts like it's cocaine. Fucking, I go, if you look in the back room at Subway, it looks like a scene out of New Jack City. It's a bunch of black chicks. They're naked, weighing prosciutto and American cheese.
I just had so much fun watching Troy try to spell D'Angelo's.
Oh no! How did you spell it?
He was
D-E-E?
struggling.
Oh no!
He was struggling.
Dangelos.
True or false, Troy?
No, yeah, I'm a terrible speller.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
started in Mass. I think it started like right.
It
I was
probably
living in
did.
Malden. It was like right near where I.
Yeah, I've never,
somewhere.
I've
I
never
would-
had D'Angelo's. I want to have it now.
It's
though.
really good. They might have had, I don't remember exactly what they had, but again, being on
Their
the road,
subs were killer.
Do you know what's fucking good? And I wasn't going to eat them because my manager hates them so much.
Hookers.
Fucking Jersey Mike's. Because Jonathan hates
They
the fact
look
that they
good
call
on
themselves
TV.
Jersey
Are they
Mike. They're
good?
amazing.
They look good.
Fuck.
How can it be bad? It's Jersey Mike's.
I know.
You think D'Angelo's does a chicken cheesesteak?
I had New Hampshire Kevin's. Have you had those?
Oh, they're amazing.
What chicken cheese steak?
Chicken
It's
cheesesteak.
very gay.
Yeah, it sure is.
Why would you put?
I like it.
I think you got the wrong D'Angelo's.
Yeah, it's D apostrophe.
That's it.
Oh, that's
I mean,
it.
that's,
That's it.
D'Angelo's
Real
restaurants.
sandwiches.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, you guys are also talking about your experiences there about 25 years ago, so they might have changed a little
That's
bit.
a good
It's
point.
true, they
Sam.
might have.
It's
You
a
know.
good point. You have, you grew up on fucking Subway.
Exactly. We knew what it was
Fucking
like.
mediocrity to the 100th power.
Absolutely, but we knew what it was like to do a gig and then swing by two guys to pick up a shirt.
I like their tuna. I like Subway's tuna.
I like Subway.
No, they're awful. Dude.
I like
they
Quiznos.
Stink.
I like the flatbreads at Quiznos.
I've never
Yeah,
had it.
now pizza's flatbread at hotels. Fucking faggy country we've turned into. You're like a frat. You mean a fucking slice of pizza, but you're square now, you fuckhead.
But
anyways, we'll be hitting topics like that on my show.
Yeah. What's the gayest pizza?
What's the gayest pizza? That would be the one with pineapple and asshole hairs on it. Fucking start there, you motherless fucks. Who puts pineapple on a pizza? Somebody
You don't like-
washes
I think
it
the more
down with a
important
glass of cum. That's
That's funny. You don't question who puts asshole hair on it.
It's obviously the great chef making it.
You don't like a Hawaiian slice, ham and pineapple on a pizza?
For Christ's sake.
Not for you?
Oh, my fucking
never had
word.
it.
What are you going to rub it on my taint? What a fucking faggy slice of pizza. Can you put fruit on my pizza, please?
I've never had it.
Fucking slice of...
know,
I
I
like
don't-
peaches on my...
I don't think you're supposed to be using all those words anymore. It's 2017.
What
you know?
words? Like pineapple and asshole hair?
I can't go. I can't even eat pizza because it sends me in these fucking food binges. And every once in a while, I'll go with
You're like me,
Colin.
Jimmy.
Every 6 months to that Joe's on fucking.
Oh, God. Right near the cellar.
On 6th
Yeah,
Avenue.
right on 6th.
Stand up and eat a couple of, and I'm fucking finished for 3 weeks.
That was on TV, that Joe's.
Was it?
There's a whole series on pizza on one of the networks. They went to the places in Brooklyn and shit, but Joe's was on there.
So they turned down your show with Al Sharpton,
And
where there's actually
That
but
was
they're like-
Comedy Central, Sam. Try to stay with us.
But we're instead gonna put it's just TV in general. We got shows on the air about where you get the best slice.
No, exactly. Fucking Cupcake Wars.
yeah.
I'd love to go out and do a pizza show. What a fun gig that would be.
Dude, I watched like 6 of these. And it is. It's like porn. I almost yanked it during the fucking...
But there's always some weird angle. They have to have like a winner and a loser. Like they think that each show has to have a goal.
Dude.
Who's the best pizza?
Well, yeah.
I can't stand
Yeah.
Guy Fieri, but his show is like the most. It's just a show you just sit there and watch it. Diners, drive-ins,
It
and dives.
really is.
And there's no competition. There's no,
No, it's
angle.
not. No.
It's just Guy Fieri, and he goes to places where the food looks amazing, and he eats it.
When it first came out, I used to hate that show, and then I saw a guy make Chiapino on it, like out in San Francisco, and it was really. And I go, wait a minute, and that's the one that got me hooked.
And now you just
yeah, and he's actually good on that show. He's actually, you guys have had him in here. haven't you?
Yeah, many times.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Sam didn't. Well, Sam
Good
did,
guy?
he gave Sam liquor
He
once.
tried
and Sam
to
did,
force feed. Well, he force fed me alcohol. So at that
Was it
point,
his own brand? Doesn't he have his own brand or something? Him and
I'm
his
sure he
partner?
does.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that was Opie and Anthony in the fishbowl. And
In the
we asked them to
Fishbowl,
do it. I don't remember why, but you didn't want.
I watch that shit religiously. The Food
Yeah.
Network. I used to. Are there any more straight people allowed on the Food Network?
I don't think.
Have you watched Chopped? What is it? A commercial for transgenderism? I want to watch it once with a fucking broad that doesn't have hands like a fucking Skipper from Gilligan's. I'm peeling like a carrot angrily.
You can't watch.
I'm gonna make a demi-gloss and throw it at my dad's face. Fucking, he's got a fucking beard.
like that.
Every show there's a. And again, I'm not. This isn't about transgender. I'm just
Right.
saying
You
they
don't-
represent 0.3% of the population. They make up 99% of the fucking
of my
show.
life.
You don't like watching shows where the chefs represent the queer community?
Not overrepresented.
Right.
If it's all about equality and shit, and we have to have 12 black cops because it makes up 12% of the black pop, let's fucking do it. Let's do it that way.
Right.
You shouldn't.
You don't mind it if it makes sense, but you feel when it's the only thing you're seeing that like any group.
overrepresented.
Thank you. That's all. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
You
I'd
just want
love
to
to
balance
cook
it.
next to a guy, a woman.
Are you a good cook? Because I was amazed and learned that Nick, like I renovated my apartment. When
He's
I
got a
first
gay
moved
guy
in.
that cooks for him.
Yes, it's him. I can't cook for shit. I've been there for a year. I have someone open my stove and goes, "There's still cardboard in here."
In your stove?
Dude, I've never
Is
cooked.
cardboard in a stove?
And there was
seems
something
dangerous.
that like the
You heat
new,
up a pizza in a box?
No, it's the new shelves.
Oh!
I've never cooked in my stove. It's been a year. I don't know how to cook.
You know why, though? Come on. You're out. I mean, you got hookers and shit going on. You're like Matt Harvey of the comedy. Why would you? And
Nah,
you're in the city.
Young and I'm single.
Yeah.
Should learn how to cook.
I know.
It's on YouTube. It's real
I
easy.
want someone to teach me. I want to do an episode where someone
I'll do
teaches
it.
me to cook.
I'll teach you.
Really?
Colin Quinn's been pushing that. A few people that know I can cook. Colin's been saying it for 5 years. Why I don't do like a cooking show and
Teach people how
and
to
have
cook.
comics on.
Yeah.
I'll have a cigarette in my mouth, and busting their balls,
Just be
talking
yourself.
about the news.
Yeah.
I go. It's too gimmicky.
No, it's not. It's funny. You're funny. You just be you. You really do legitimately cook. I mean, Linda, 10 years ago on the road with Nick, you
I
legitimately
love
cook.
it's therapeutic for me.
So you should do something
That
on
and
that.
whacking off. Sometimes I do them right in the kitchen at the
Do
same
it at the
time.
same time. Why not? Combine them.
It'd be too gimmicky if you didn't actually do it. The fact
Exactly.
that you actually do it.
It's a good point.
That's
I guess
interesting.
You do it. It's real.
I do. It's,
Yeah.
I cook like a bitch.
You just
But,
be yourself. And it'd be funny to have
Cook like a, that's the name of the show. Cook like a bitch.
Yeah.
And all I do is bitch. See that? We
Yeah.
gotta go, Jimmy. Let's shoot it at your house.
Sure, why not? I've
Huh?
never had. I've never used my kitchen. A lot of good sunlight.
This is
What?
This is your new place. Where are you now? You're on the Lower East Side, right?
I am, yeah.
Fucking money, this guy. Huh?
I know.
No, it's
disgusting.
a cheaper area than I used to be
cheaper
in.
my ass. The guy he had a penthouse at the Trump Towers.
I know. It's disgusting.
No. It's a good place, but the neighborhood is less expensive than the place I have now. I would never have been able to do where I used to
we
be.
should all be so lucky.
Well,
Exactly.
you
You
know.
know,
Tell him, Sam.
You know,
Well, hey, look, you know what I mean?
highfalutin Jim Norton.
Hey, look, hard work. I pop walked.
Yeah, you do though. Work your balls
Fuck
out. No
yeah.
doubt about it.
We're on Riotcast together, me and Nick.
Yeah. What do you think about that? That, like, you know, I feel like you put some work into your podcast. It's the Nick DiPaolo
Thanks,
podcast.
bud.
Yep.
And then, you know, the minute Chip Chipperson starts his own podcast on Riotcast, it's all anybody's talking about.
Yeah, I know.
It's like real.
I check the ratings. It's ahead of me. I'm like, for Christ's sake. The fuck? I have 11 kids down in my basement chained
Yeah.
to a radiator helping them do the show. No, it's fucking the podcast got me the radio show, really.
It's so much fun,
You know?
right?
But you're a professional. Like you've broadcast for a
Thanks.
living before. And
Sure.
You get chippers showing up.
For a living. Yeah. The free FM thing could have been my big score, man.
What happened with that? Was it when the whole thing flipped?
They were going bankrupt the day I got there, and I, you know, of course, my agent didn't tell me that. I was all excited.
Sure. Right.
But I remember my producer Ivan, who had been in radio. I remember after like the third week, he goes, "I don't like the looks of the faces of the guys in accounting." I'm like, "What does that mean?" And sure enough, start reading a paper about, you know,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden I get a call. I'm painting my house, and the GM Tom, I forget his last name, but
Tom Chiasano.
yeah. And he's like, yeah, tell your husband to use that ladder when he comes in. And he's like, no, don't bother coming in. They're changing formats. That's how they tell you.
That's that.
That's it. I put it on the next day. There's like weird sci-fi music on my
It's
channel.
crazy,
Yeah.
right?
And my last book, the ratings came out. I was up in every demographic a lot. And Manelli, the producer, was like heartbroken. It looked like it was going to take. It could have
And
been.
you were his project,
It
really,
could have
like-
been a good thing.
Yeah.
Why haven't you written
It
a
wasn't
book?
just me. There was a whole lineup. But
Why haven't you written a book? You're a fucking brilliant writer. I mean, you would have such a funny.
Too gimmicky.
Why
no,
don't
those
you?
are overrated. Those books.
Have you
Jimmy,
thought about
I don't have. Jimmy, I've thought about it for 12 years. I don't have the goddamn discipline. When I can't even write a goddamn birthday card to my mother, for Christ's sake. I don't know how you. I can't focus. I
happens?
have too many thoughts. What?
You try to write one to mom, but you tap out, "Dear CUN," and then you just kind of. So listen, you got your. This is what I do because I've also gotten a little bit of ADD and stuff.
Yeah, help
with the phone.
And you did it a few times.
You got the notebook app
Yes.
in the phone. You
Yeah.
fucking talk. I talk text all day to myself, notes. Then I email it to myself, and then all of a sudden you have paragraphs, and then you just editing and transcribe. It's almost like so much of the work is done. Like I'll think of something I want to write about. Talk dumb shit into my phone.
Can you do that on a rotary phone? Maybe that's the.
But you should do that, man.
I
because-
know I should.
But because then by then you literally got 800 words written and you don't even realize you've done it. Like, and then you just email it to yourself and transcribe. It's so much
Wait a
fucking
minute, say
easier.
that again.
I have like
Your voice memos. You talking to your voice, right?
voice,
You're-
or I have a notebook app, whatever you want to use.
Okay.
And I'll open it up and I'll have like a fucking. My stupid notebooks, it'll have like Chip podcast ideas or whatever, idea for this. I'll talk into it and then I email it to myself so it's already on my laptop. You open it up, you put it in a fucking Word document, and then you're like, oh my God, that's 1,200 words or whatever it is. You start I love editing shit. You start forming it and editing it.
I do that, but there's a hockey game on. I don't give a shit about at 11 o'clock.
But you could do that while you're watching the
No,
hockey
you're
game.
absolutely right. And I mean, like, I really am. It bugs the shit out of me that I haven't pumped something
But I
out.
think you can if you do it like that, because for you, it's not the thoughts or the humor or the brilliance behind it. It's just the idea of the fucking physical. It's like, ugh. Because comics like quick fix, your
Yes,
radio,
yes.
like stand up. We like things that are now and in the moment and immediate.
yes.
And that's not an immediate fix.
But don't you have to write like a short proposal anyway?
Yeah,
before?
exactly,
So, I mean,
sure.
that's the project, right?
Yeah.
Just all you have to do is say like, I'm just going to write a proposal.
What would you want? I mean, there's not.
What do you mean a proposal?
You
Like
write
what, the
a- like-
publisher?
Yeah, an idea. This is what my book is going to be about, like a little brief synopsis
A
of what it's
page
going to
for
be
every
about.
chapter or something, right?
I don't even know if it's going to be that long. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe, yeah. My proposals were done by someone that helped me write my proposals.
Right. Okay.
But what's the function of the proposal? I
To send it, so your lit agent sends it out to publishers.
This is what it
there's
will
an
be.
agent involved, huh?
Oh yeah.
This is what it'll be.
Unless you want to self-publish on Amazon.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Doesn't everybody self-publish?
You
now?
could.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point.
Well, you got the radio show coming on Monday night, 6 o'clock, Nick's radio show. By the way, if you want to see Nick, who's really one of the funniest comics in the world, working on Saturday.
This will prove it.
Yes, Nick will prove that. The Treehouse Comedy in Windsor Locks, Connecticut. That's this Saturday. May the 20th, if you're in Jersey, Uncle Vinny's in Point Pleasant.
Why
June
am
the
I
fir-
always at those two places when I come here? Fucking Ridgefield Playhouse. I've done 2 theaters. I come here. It's like the Clam Shack in Denver on Sunday.
June 1st, Seneca and Niagara Falls Casino. Oh,
Yeah,
that's-
with Big J. Okerson.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I've done
and
that
then
one a few
June
times.
2nd, Comedy Club, because there's an exclamation point, in Yonkers, and then Hilarities
Hilarities
in
in Cleveland.
June
Ridge
9th
Hill, right?
and 10th.
Huh?
Ridge Hill is where High is.
And yeah. And you know what? I didn't put one on there. You know, the Fat Black Pussycat, the lounge.
I do that as well. When are you doing that?
Fuck it. I just did it last week, and I'm doing it on the 23rd.
It's so much fun.
It's awesome. It is an awesome
I do that
little...
to run the hour. It's a great one to
Yeah.
run run
Yeah.
the material.
Yeah.
You should go see Nick. He's up on stage with his voice memos writing his book. So, you know,
I got to do that.
Enjoy the show.
Fucking discipline.
Let's take a quick break. It's 10:50. I want to eat something, and I want to piss. I'm going to piss.
She's
my
almost here.
pants. All right, we'll be right back with Nick DiPaolo. Entire year of what a shitty spouse you've been. It's easy. You find Steven online at IHateStevenSinger.com. Click ship and let everything fall into place. Steven shipping is lightning fast and free every day. Check out Steven Singer Jewelers. Really beautiful selection of perfect Mother's Day gifts, all at the perfect price. Steven Singer on the other corner of 8th and Walnut in Philly, or online at IHateStevenSinger.com. Steven Singer Jewelers, one place, one price.
And now, Jim Norton and Sam Roberts return.
Oh, we're back on the radio to finish out the radio show. It's Jim and Sam with our guest, Nick.
Sound like Mike Bichetti.
No, I don't.
He had a heart attack, the poor guy, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. It's shocking, too.
I was going to say, I didn't see that coming.
No, I couldn't believe it. Hold on a second. Alex in Minnesota has something for Nick. Hey, what's up, Alex?
Hey, Nick, I just wanted to commend you. You're top shelf performer up there with Rodney Dangerfield. I love your wittiness. I'm glad you got a show. And Jim, thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for teaching my kids about sex education. I sat them down the other day with your latest Netflix special. Boy, man, what a fucking scramble that was running out of the TV room. My wife. And then one last thing about pineapple. What the fuck is up with pineapple on pizza? I agree with you guys, but even worse, who the fuck puts pineapple on burgers? Have you guys seen that?
Hawaiians.
Hawaiians, yeah.
Hey,
yeah,
what's his
yeah.
name?
And one
Alex.
last thing. What is it with you New Yorkers with your pizza? I'm Mexican. I don't claim to say, hey, fucking the tacos here, the tacos there are the best.
Yeah, you do.
Fucking pizza is a fucking taco. Plain and simple. It's fucking food. Sucks.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I got
what?
a better question. What's a Mexican doing in Minnesota?
You know, we're everywhere. We're like, hey, my brother.
Alex, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, it's pizza, what's the difference? Some people are like, oh, it's a rose, what's the difference? Well, you get to find out the difference because you just won a Just Peachy 24-karat gold dip rose from Steven Singer. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com and get your mom a gold dip rose shipped for free in time for Mother's Day. IHateStevenSinger.com.
Ooh.
Love it. I'll put some pineapple on that shit.
That's right.
Give Travis your
The angry
info.
Mexican.
Send Mama Rose. This was a fun call. Alex, thanks a whole big
right.
bunch.
Gracias.
Thank you, guys. I can't wait till you guys come to Minneapolis. We have a big comedy crowd out here, and we love you guys.
I
I was just there,
I
actually.
want to do Acme.
I
Everyone
was
raves
just
about
at
it.
Acme.
It's great.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he'll
Yeah.
eat it up. Eat it up, Jimmy.
I'm going to put you on hold, Alex, and Travis Dog.
Thank you, guys. I love you, man.
Oh, enjoy that rose from the synchronicity that's happening.
Rosa.
Someone has a question for
Spanish.
Nick.
That's good. That's really good.
Mike in Philly. Nick's listening.
Hey, Mike.
Such a
Hey,
good
what's going on,
transition.
guys?
Hey.
Nick, I'm a huge fan. I fucking love you. You're the funniest motherfucker ever. And you and Jim this morning, I had to pull over like 8 times.
No,
You
you
guys are
didn't.
so goddamn funny.
Now you drive an ice cream truck, right?
It's 3 of us.
Yeah, you know, yeah. I got a question for you.
Yeah, there are 3 of us, sir.
There's 3 of us, but that's fine.
The
I mean, it's just you and Jim have been great, Nick.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the Comedy Central roast of Larry the Cable Guy. you made a joke about Warren Sapp that is single-handedly the funniest roast joke of all time, and then the crowd got angry, and you called them all a bunch of liberal Obama-like faggots, and it was the funniest 30 seconds
Yeah.
on Comedy Central history.
Really?
You remember the joke, the leather couch joke?
Yes, and it's things like that have really helped my career, as you
What'd you
noticed.
say?
No, I see. I said you're a bunch of liberal fucking faggot, and then I go, God bless Ann Coulter. Then I gave the crowd the finger, and that's what you want to do in front of a Hollywood crowd. But you know what? I got to give them credit. They actually laughed at that.
They did.
When I get because they know it's coming from.
What'd you say
me.
about Warren Sapp?
He looked like a beanbag chair. He was on Dancing with the Stars. He looked like a leather beanbag chair during an earthquake.
Leather couch in an earthquake.
That's fucking hilarious.
But I like the other one I did about him. I said I saw Warren Sapp fighting with his agent before the show on his cell phone. He goes about his contract. He said it was 2 mules at an acre. That was the one.
That's
my God.
fucking hilarious.
It's so hilarious. I'm in my late 70s trying to get a radio gig. Now listen.
What I would have said
I'll be
about
listening,
Warren
Nick. I love
Sapp.
Thanks, brother.
Hold on,
Appreciate
I
it.
have a Warren Sapp joke.
By the way, that guy's not getting a roast because he's not being inclusive. But go on.
Yeah, that's true. He's up. I would have said Warren Sapp's up here. I bet he's going to tackle some of these jokes.
It's my. Why is all my shit a foot from you? Sorry, Jim.
Oh, that's okay.
That's you didn't miss anything.
That was a good little
You
joke
didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't. It's a bad
That
joke.
was cute.
It wasn't cute at all. It's really irritating.
You think so?
No, I hated it.
Why?
I hate the character.
You don't like Kirk Cinnamon?
No, I hate Kirk Cinnamon.
Kirk's happy.
You know Kirk Cinnamon?
Jesus Christ, this is another alter ego thing?
Another. It's one of many. You ever seen that movie Split?
No, I haven't actually.
It's about the
Oh,
life
it's
of
about
Jim
ice
Norton.
cream. Go ahead. I'm kidding. I'm being cute.
Ice cream, banana
It's about a
split.
flexible gymnast. What? That's why I punch. You know what I'm doing now? I'm doing a lot of, during my set, I sing like Neil Diamond in between my bits and shit.
Do you
Just
really?
for fun?
And when we were in New Orleans, I was doing, you know who? Fucking Max Cady in between my jokes. I'd do a joke that wouldn't get anything. I go, what, do you think you're better than me?
Yeah. Come out, wherever you are, laughs.
Salacious 17th century.
There's no hurting here, Danielle. You put your finger in someone's mouth in the front row.
That's what I said to Bobby Kelly. Where's a cute girl in the front?
Dude, I think he improv that. They said that was
Really?
an improv
Oh,
moment.
wow. What a genius. She's got a fucking hot 17-year-old. I'll stick my thumb in her mouth during this scene.
She was younger than that. She might have been 16 or
I
15.
know. I was
Dude,
trying to
that
clean it up for the show.
Scene is so
funny.
fucking hot. That scene is so
Unbelievable.
Juliette Lewis in that is incredible.
She took that thumb and ran with it. Now she bit it, and they're like, "Cut! What
Yeah.
are you fucking doing?" She's
wonder
like,
if
"I've
she's-
never sucked a dick."
Yeah, De Niro's. What is that picture?
Get in the hole, Danielle.
Yeah.
Get in the hole.
I love when he's hanging upside down. Talk. Do right.
Oh my God.
I'm your do right man, Danielle.
He's doing crunches
Upside down.
in his gravity boots.
It's a completely underrated movie.
Absolutely.
Because nobody
I
brings
agree,
it up.
Sam.
People talk about Scorsese, nobody brings it up. People talk about De Niro, nobody brings it up. People talk about Jessica Lange, nobody brings it up.
I know.
Nick Nolte, nobody brings it up.
Fucking nut. You think you're better than me? No, I don't think I'm better than you.
He was so great in that.
Unbelievable.
What was I going to do?
Fucking perfect.
Such a good movie when he's got that when he's hiding and he kicks the can.
That's the fucking scene, man.
Yeah.
Counselor.
Counselor, come out, wherever you are.
Counselor.
I will philosophize you.
Oh my God, yeah.
Great.
I
You
ain't
trying
no
to
white
offer
piece
me-
of trash.
You trying to offer me something hot? He throws fucking scalding water in his face. He hangs under a car. He goes on vacation.
Yeah.
That was the one. That's the fucking. I tried that once.
Such a good film.
That's what Matt Harvey was doing. He's probably under. What's her name? Lima's car.
Adriana Lima.
Yeah.
Adrian. Did you hear about your boy Conrad? Conrad Hilton.
This poor kid, I wish they'd leave him alone. He just needs help.
And it's, luckily they are going to be lenient on him if he agrees.
Of course they are.
To get some help, which he needs.
No,
Which
is
he
he
needs.
Yeah,
related to Paris
absolutely.
He is. That's her younger brother.
Younger brother.
Yeah.
Hangs out with the Kardashians and shit.
That's
Yeah.
yeah, he does. Well, he
What did he do now?
He was. We were talking
He'll
about
be
it
released
yesterday.
on bail. They deserve whatever they get in L.A.
He had a restraining order against his ex-girlfriend, so he showed up at her house driving her dad's stolen car. and he got out and started screaming at her, and the cops
And
arrested.
he has a restraining order against her.
No,
that's
she
what you
has
said.
one. My mistake. She
Yeah.
has one against him.
Oh, okay.
And then the cops came, and he started dropping.
I like this kid already.
He started dropping N-bombs on him.
Oh, I don't like him now.
And then
Nobody likes that.
he said, "I'm Conrad fucking Hilton, and don't you forget it."
He really should just abuse everybody out there because these fucking judges in California, they're disgusting. They literally he
They're
should
very liberal. Jim.
but I mean with celebrities like this, he should literally be able to just walk into court and they should pop his dick in their mouth. They're fucking the worst.
What is like a treat?
Yeah, just because it's him.
Just because it's Conrad, yeah.
So the judges
I came for
all
my dick
favor
suck.
these famous
Dude,
people?
he
Is that what he's saying?
stole a car, or he's apparently.
I know.
And then breaking a restraining order.
And he's
Let's
gotten
get
in
him
trouble.
some help.
He's
Yeah.
gotten in trouble
No,
before.
He's
exactly.
done it before. It's not like it's his first offense.
Yeah, that's
He's been a
very
little cunt.
California.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're like instead of doing what they would do to any other normal person,
That's
which is
right.
throw the book at. Like if
Right.
you have a restraining order placed against you,
Yes.
and there's no real punishment for breaking it, then what's the point of having a restraining
no, exactly
order,
right? No, and
If
every
it's
time
not
the
jail
story,
time-
and every time people hear a story like there's a reinforcement, they're not going to do anything to me.
Yeah.
But then you forget you're not famous. And you
Right.
break into your girlfriend's basement.
Yeah, and guess what?
Now you're in a Turkish prison doing a year and a half. Being-
Uh-oh. Somebody has a fucking important question. Mike in Texas for Nick. Mike, you're up. Go.
Hi, Mike.
Good morning, my beautiful. Yeah, good morning, my beautiful friends. I love you guys.
Okay.
I want to ask Nick. A question. Can my sister and I be your first guest? And here's the reason why.
Okay, I know this guy.
I'm trying to be Jim Norton's future brother-in-law. My sister's been strapping weights on her cutlets. It's almost 9 inches long, but so she's going to have a real good mess down there. And I want to know if you could go on your radio show and you could be the official measurement guy. And also, not to
great
forget
bit.
Sam, a Cuban refugee that we adopted. He's uncircumcised cock, and he got a 5-pound strap on his cock. So this way, Sam could do an official docking on your radio show too.
I appreciate that
I was
very
wondering
much.
If we could, I was wondering if we could do some logistics about this because, hey, I love you guys, man. You make me happy.
Thank you, Mike.
Well, I'll tell you, wait, before you hang up on Mike, you know what you can shove in your foreskin is a Steven Singer gold-dipped rose.
Let's give this guy a rose. Oh, Mike
Yes.
hung up.
Oh, well, then he doesn't get
Hey,
it.
Mike, we did not hang up on Mike. Mike, call back and give Travis Dog, give Travis Dog your.
Yes, if Mike calls back, he'll get a
Info.
Steven Singer rose. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com and get your mama gold-dipped rose shipped for free in time for Mother's Day. IHateStevenSinger.com.
Kyle in Alabama. Hello, Kyle, for Nick.
Kyle, how are you?
Hello.
Hey, go on. Oh, no.
Go on now, talk at him.
Come on, Missy.
Fucking Kyle. Kyle, what are you?
Yeah.
I couldn't think of nothing.
It's all right, Jim. I mean, Chip. I mean, whoever you are.
I just wanted to know, I know the last time you visited with Opie, it wasn't you made that funny joke about bringing the room down and whatnot, and there really hasn't been anything, and he's kind of talked about how he's not happy with the way the station and the changes that are being made and stuff. I just didn't know if when y'all see each other in the hall or coming out and coming in kind of thing, how that's going to be, or do you even care?
Well, I don't think I was like responsible for any. I made a crack about him and Robert Kelly were going back and forth, and then Bobby Kelly said it's a little something we do, and I said call taking the air out of the room. It was a shot at it wasn't a shot at Opie. It was more of a zing at Robert Kelly, and he took a little bit. It got blown out of proportion. I saw Opie a few weeks ago going into the elevator. I was coming out, and everything was fine. You know what I mean? Everything it gets on the internet. You know how it is. It's like. It really is. It gets blown out of proportion. Yeah, but I like Opie.
Well, that's not the answer I wanted to hear, Nick.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'll see him come out of the men's room. I'm going to dry gulch him. That's a sucker punch. I will knock his fucking ass out. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Thanks.
No tension
I
here.
really don't.
You got it, brother.
Thanks, Kyle. I dry gulched him. That's another De
dry
Niro
gulch.
one.
There you go.
Oh, I love
That's
that.
from This Boy's Life.
Is there mustard in that jar?
Oh, God.
I know a thing or two about a thing or two. I hear you do quite the impression of me, Sam.
That's why he's the greatest, man.
my God.
Him
From
in that Boy Scout outfit, that fucking abusive father.
Dude, but he wasn't such a monster. He was a dick, but
Just
not
enough of it. Exactly.
Yeah, he was like an asshole, but he wasn't like fucking. He wasn't like a monster. He was just an asshole.
I like when he pinches Leonardo DiCaprio's like.
Yeah. Oh,
he's like a bully would.
He fights for the pink team. Kid with fucking Pepper the dog. Let's see. Okay, Tim wants to know, Sam. What do you think of this? Go on now, Tim.
Hey,
go on now.
How we doing today?
Welcome.
Night. Excellent.
Hey. Well, I called for two reasons. One, I just started listening to you guys when you got over to Faction Talk, and the show is fucking awesome. I listen to it every morning because I drive a lot.
Appreciate it.
And two, Nick, I look forward to your show on the 15th, but you already started with an asterisk because you talk so much shit about pineapple on pizza. It's bullshit.
Yeah, you're right. Pineapple on pizza is bullshit.
There it is.
That is some of the gayest things I've ever. Fruit on a fucking slice of pizza. That's very Hawaiian.
What about the Hawaiian culture?
The Hawaiian culture I like,
right?
But I don't think they'd like it if I put tomato sauce on a fucking pineapple.
Oh, I guess that's a good point.
I eat pineapple on pizza, and I'm proud of it.
You should. You should.
Good for you.
Now go put on a nice pair of tight, stretchy pants.
Exactly, and then email me.
Thank you for getting me out of that one. I walked into a corner. I had no idea where I was going.
All right, Tim, do you want a nice rose?
I would like to get a rose for my wife.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe you can put some pineapple on it.
You can have a Just Peachy Gold Dipped Rose. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com and get your mom a Gold Dipped Rose shipped for free in time for Mother's Day. IHateStevenSinger.com.
We'll put you on hold.
Hey, gentlemen, thank you so much.
Oh, you couldn't be more welcome. We're going to put you on hold, and you can talk to Travis and give him your email address. Lucky you. Oh, your address. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're not going to email you the rose.
No, I know. Did I put him on hold properly? I think I did.
Oh, Jim.
Travis?
You insist on sitting by the board.
Am I on hold, Travis?
You didn't know how to work. You didn't know how to work anything.
I did a good. Oh,
terrible.
Looks like someone's on hold. Hold on.
Here's got a weird energy about you today.
Is that right? Oh yeah, here's the weird energy bell.
Sam's got a weird energy about him.
Weird energy bell.
Nick and I are going to have tension on the internet now.
Oh no.
I didn't say it was bad energy. It was weird.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just a little bit weird. Don't make fun of me.
You're a real crumb bum.
How dare you?
There'll be a lot of that too. Do they mind sound drops on my show?
You're going to do sound drops?
Oh, Christ, yeah. It's going to be loaded with them.
I love a good sound drop. Here's Sam's favorite. Sweet. He loves when I do that one. What's your favorite sound bite?
This is your house. This is your house, boy. This is your house, boy.
That is a good
Fight
one.
hard.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Which one do I love that's brand new? Oh, I like this for Anthony.
You got a stupid smile, you know that, pal?
Yeah.
Can you see it? Huh?
I love that.
This is also in reference to our intern guy, Anthony.
I'm just going to get something to eat.
Yes.
It's a pedophile.
And let's just say this. This is my favorite.
Oh, shit, this bitch got a dick.
And
All right.
before we move on completely,
go on now.
What day of the week was yesterday? Travis, do you have a calendar in front of you?
Yes, I do.
April Fools!
What day of the week was yesterday?
Today's Tuesday. Yesterday was Tuesday.
Oh, well then that makes today.
Isn't
Hump Day?
Get happy. Get Geico.
Hump Day?
What was Get Geico?
That
was in the background.
One of our former staff members wasn't good at editing clips, obviously.
And he's a former staffer?
Oh, yeah.
He's in the former.
What is today?
Day?
Is today Tuesday? I'm all fucked.
It's fucking Hump Day, bro.
Today's Wednesday.
Is it?
It's Wednesday. It's Hump
Middle
Day.
of the week. Is your show Monday through Friday?
I don't even know yet.
So if you're on Fridays, what are you going to do?
It's supposed to be Monday through Friday. They said they need... I'm doing 46 weeks total.
Oh, you have X amount of...
And they need at least 23 live ones on Friday.
So it's
Monday...
Monday...
X amount of... Yeah, I see what
So
you're
you're doing Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and...
Hump Day?
That's right.
Okay, good.
That's right. And I guess on the ones I'm not there, they play better. I don't know, Jimmy. I don't even understand it.
Well,
I'm really
are you...
not that bright.
Okay, so you're not sure what day it is?
No, it's Monday through Friday, the show. You'll always...
Don't interrupt me, cunt!
Was that me? That was me on Thanksgiving.
Yes, it was.
That was me and my wife having dinner alone.
Do you guys still argue a lot, or no? Are you good? You don't argue much.
You
know, right?
Me and Andy get along really well. You wouldn't know it from my stage persona, but, The wives, they weigh you down after a while.
Will you ever apologize in an argument? Like, you ever like, wow, I was a dick? And
Why
come in and
would
say
I? I've
sorry?
never been wrong.
I like the attitude.
Huh?
Are you a guy who
I apologize a lot
You
to
do.
my wife. Nobody
Yeah.
else. You know?
You say
Because, I'm usually wrong. Don't just say that.
Yeah.
You react too quickly. And,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
And you say you're sorry.
I didn't mean to fucking hit her. I'm kidding. That was for the Latinos out there. I'm wrong a lot.
Somebody wants to apologize? What? I literally have this can't we all get along? Hello? Hello?
Guys,
I don't have a name. There's no name. The words are too big. Yeah, just everyone say hi.
Rodney King.
Morning, boys.
Hi, Kevin in Houston. How are you, sir?
Good, man.
Rodney in Los Angeles.
Rodney in L.A. from the bottom of a
I know
pool.
it's going to sound
Rodney in L.A. from the bottom of a pool. Can we all just get off?
Hey, man, what's up with your phone? You sound like you're underwater.
Yeah, really. Spit the chlorine out of your mouth. Oh, goodness gracious.
Why can't you just get along with each other? Seriously.
Who's not getting along? What are you talking about?
Nick and Troy.
It is truly three different radio shows. I mean, Anthony's on a different platform, obviously, but
I get along great with Anthony. He's one of my best friends.
I know y'all go on that show. So, I mean, why can't you go on the afternoon show now?
We haven't been invited.
We haven't been invited. B, we haven't spoken. We have no relationship. I have a relationship with Anthony, so I mean that's all I really care about. But it's not like not getting along. We're not sending hate mail to each other. We just don't interact at all.
Wow. Can I have a free rose?
No.
No, not for that stupid question.
You fucking
Send up some skunk cabbage.
codependent woman.
Well,
you can't have a rose.
I get that people want everyone to be friendly, but it's like we're not on some rageful fucking thing. We just have zero relationship, and I'm fine with that.
Well, it was
And so
weird,
is
though,
he.
the other day when the elevator doors open, you had him in a headlock. I didn't know what this
Yeah, but it's like
That
we
was
both had
awkward.
hard-ons. At least we were laughing about it.
We don't leave that part out.
Details are important.
Somebody wanted to apologize. This is a question from my pal Nick. Craig and Madison.
Look at you crushing the phones.
Oh, boy, just cause people have questions for Nick. And his name is Craig. Go ahead, Craig. What do you got to say to
funny
Nick?
papers.
It's his other character.
Hey, Chippa, how you doing today?
That's not.
I haven't been better in so long. It's a sin.
It's Craig a minute ago.
Go on now, Craig. What up? Talk it, Nick.
Hi, Craig.
Congratulations
Thanks,
on your
pal.
new show.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Fucking tearing it up on Riotcast.
I read in the
Talking to you.
I read in the post that you're going to have former President Barack Obama and Howard Stern on your debut program. How'd you get that?
That's a big one.
Well, there's a guy named Roland who really has some connections.
He didn't get back to my email. I asked if you wanted Obama. He didn't say you. How did you get Obama and Stern in the same show? Though? I got to ask.
Well, I wanted to have a Muslim and a Jew, I said. And, I wanted the two biggest representing their points of view, and I thought that would get the show. It's like, it's like
funny.
Yeah, Palestine versus Israel on the first show. We kick it off with light shit.
I don't believe you, sir. Here's the bull sugar bell.
It's a bell. I love that bell.
He actually gets irritated. I can see Sam's fucking...
Sam hates the bell.
That's my weird energy. It's all encompassed in that bell.
Are you guys going to be in the
Sam.
building Monday? Go ahead.
What, sir?
Yeah.
My mother's name is Rose.
Okay. Thanks for calling. Yeah, good talking to you, buddy.
Yeah, we talked to Rose today.
Yeah, enjoyed you, bud.
Yeah, bye.
Thanks for being a listener.
We'll send you... All right.
Yeah.
Look, it's funny, all the stories Sam has in front of him. We haven't really...
That's my safety net.
That's all
I know. That's in case we run out of steam.
See that?
You got to have them.
I know you do.
Yeah.
I read every story the night before, and we have them. Sometimes we get to them, sometimes we don't.
At a moment's notice, I can go, hey, did you hear about Matt Harvey? And you'll go, yeah, you're supposed to take that out of the pile, stupid. We already did that.
That's what I want to do, loosey-goosey like that.
Yeah, there's no rush. We never feel pressure. Like audio, if we have some audio, that's great. But there's never any real... crazy pressure. There's certain stories you want to get to, but
got all my notes.
Yeah,
it's all safety net though.
It's all safety net. It's a good way of looking at it.
We talked about Bill O'Reilly. That sparked a fun conversation.
Exactly.
We talked about Conrad Hilton. Connie. Do you ever see Ordinary People? Connie.
Yes.
That's what they would call Timothy Hutton. His name was Conrad.
I don't remember it that well. I've seen it, though.
One of the funniest movies you'll ever see.
Oh, my God, it's hilarious. Non-swimming motherfucker. Oh, did I laugh?
Yeah.
What was the kid that drowned?
I don't know. You see Fast and Furious 8?
I did. That's what I call my dick. Some of the number.
Yeah. It was one of the earlier sequels.
Yeah. Fast and Furious 3.5.
Yeah.
You have a Tokyo Drift dick.
Tokyo Drift. All right, that must be from the movie.
There's a third Fast and the Furious.
They won't say that was bad, right?
No, it's the best of the three.
Oh.
If you're going to see one of them, see Tokyo Drift.
I wouldn't, but
I mean, Fast and Furious 8 is incredible. They go from the Fast and the Furious movie concept is what? It's a group of people that have been brought together, and they fix up cars and they race for pink slips and they do all that.
I thought it was a documentary about Uber.
No, over the course of 8 films, they have gone so far as
to kill a guy.
Not only have they killed a guy, they are stopping nuclear war. In the 8th movie.
It's important.
They're stopping the launch of a nuclear missile.
Of course, that's a cool plot to have in 2017.
God, no wonder why I haven't seen any of them. My instincts are perfect.
You know who's responsible for
the Russians?
Yeah, Ben Diesel.
Have you seen it?
The next one, they're going to blame it on Trump, aren't they?
It's the Russians.
Number 9.
Yeah,
no, but that's also the Mission Impossible in the Middle East. The Russians.
It's the Ruskies.
That's what Hollywood's idea of fucking the bad guy is. The
Have
safe
you seen the
Russians.
Film?
No, but
You're right.
But the Russians are the bad guys.
Exactly.
It's the easy one.
Somehow the whole Fast and the Furious crew ended up, spoiler alert, surviving well enough that they're going to be able to do a 9th and a 10th.
Is that The Rock? He looks much blacker in the poster, I noticed.
Well, yeah.
Oh, my God, he does look darker
Yeah,
there.
they well, obviously.
Wow. Is that really like the official poster? Because that's a very shitty Photoshop job if it is. Jason Statham doesn't even look like a person.
That might not be it. The Rock, though, there's no one in Hollywood that does more than The Rock.
No, that guy's a talented dude,
He's
man.
awesome, dude. He's fucking awesome.
Really, he's talented dude.
He's super successful. This Fast and Furious movie did $1 billion already, and it's moving on to the next thing.
Imagine he's got back end on that. Man,
I'm sure. I bet he does.
He cleared 18.5.
He's fucking amazing. He's got great taste in things.
He can act. You ever watch Ballers on HBO?
I haven't seen it.
He can act his balls
It's a good
off.
show.
He's really good, man.
Jim's trying to fish for something else, though.
I'm not. What? I like The Rock.
Jim, he's saying, you hear him say The Rock has good taste in things. He kind of left that open.
No, I didn't hear that.
That's what he said. You know why?
Well, he loves The Rock, loves Jimmy?
Love is a way too strong of a word, but he has said that he likes Jim's comedy before.
Here you go.
I think love is accurate.
Here you go.
He has never said love.
He has said it.
I don't think so.
You know who liked my comedy? Abe Vigoda. And he dropped dead a week after he said it.
Sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, I know. One time I got a great tweet from Joel Steinberg.
Oh, good one. Good fucking name. Oh, Mom. Who's the blonde in this?
That's Charlize Theron.
God, is she awesome?
No, she's stunning, but she's such a liberal twat.
I've seen her in
Gives me a
person.
headache every time she opens her hole.
I'd love her to put her feet in my face. I literally wouldn't care if she fucking voted for Stalin. I'd still worship her hiney.
Yeah, no.
Stalin.
Yeah.
Stalin?
Sandy Stalin is an agent.
Joseph Stalin. Oh, Stalin, yeah.
It's Stalin. Joseph Stalin.
Well, it reminds me of my own nickname, which is Stallion.
Who would call you that?
Anyone I've been handing money to. Call me Stallion.
Damn!
Thanks for the cash,
That was a
Stallion.
fucking line drive up the middle. It scored 2 runs. That was a solid hit.
Yeah, Charlize is the main villain in the Fast and Furious.
Oh, she's
8.
playing a Russian?
I saw a trailer for Wonder Woman. Fucking some girl beating up 19 guy. I can't suspend my disbelief. Sorry.
Wonder Woman, I don't mind. And the
even that
plane,
I can't.
The invisible plane part, I can't really believe.
No, I can believe that.
Damn it, I kiss her.
Her Charlize is great in this movie because she has a Russian accent in like 3 scenes, and the rest of it just disappears. It's,
She
it's the damnedest thing you've ever
She's
seen.
a great actress. I'm surprised.
Yeah, how about I did 2 Tonight shows. I think she was on both of them.
Is that right?
Did you really?
Yeah.
Was she nice to you?
I might have just made that up. I know
She's the
on
Juan
one
Williams of the
but I
Tonight
think she was
Show.
on both of them. Yeah, exactly.
Just never goes
Got
home.
bunk beds in Burbank.
Yeah.
Now riddle
Yeah.
me this, Nick. When you talk to her, what'd she have to? What?
You hear the way he started that?
That's how you ask a question to
Riddle
a friend.
me
Yes.
this.
Yeah, it's a bit getting Nick thinking. So when you did you speak to her at all?
Riddle me. Yeah, I did.
She's lovely, man.
I
There's
said-
a weird vibe backstage at those shows.
No,
Like,
she didn't talk to me, actually.
There's Heidi Klum I did with when I had done something.
You motherless. Did you?
Yeah,
Heidi
dude,
Klum?
she fucking pinched my nipples in
Really?
the hallway.
Yeah, I never get the fun ones.
It was so much fun.
I was told not to make eye contact with her.
No.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, 'cause they do say that about some of them. I
Yeah,
did it
if
with Trump
anybody ever
once.
said that to me, I'd poke them right in the eyes. I'd
Yeah.
make physical contact
Well,
with
no,
their
I was told
fucking
that, but it was
eyes.
with Ray Charles. Oh, shit. Hold on a second.
Oh, shit.
Come and get it.
That's the first one I hit.
There's going to be a lot of that on my show.
I love a good soundboard.
Do you have a soundboard?
Christ, I've been loading up my whole podcast. It's fucking,
That's what's up.
you know, it's fun to be talking, serious politics, then drop in.
You just
Pin
go
Hero.
and
Well, we have
something like
cool
that.
features here.
Only
like-
mine are about a minute long.
Here's a good new feature we have, Nick.
turn it down.
Daily foolishness.
You can't even hear it. It's overmodulated.
That one's a little loud. The rest
Yeah.
of them aren't.
You could turn it down on the thing.
I'm busy.
Are you guys you get like a Smothers Brothers thing? You're the straight man, the angry guy. And he's fucking.
Well, the two of us, yeah, I guess he would definitely take that role.
Yeah, if one of us is going to be the straight man, I'll take it.
I didn't mean it like that. Oh Jesus! Here I go. Put my mouth again on a radio show. She didn't look in Devil's Advocate. She had that baby fat. Remember?
Yeah.
But she still had that angel face.
Oh, and she
then
went out just like you want every time a relationship. What better way to end a relationship?
I forget how it ended.
She cut her own throat.
Yeah, oh, that's right.
Naked.
I like when she was on the floor playing with a dead fetus. That's why.
I love you. And she cuts her throat with that fuck. That's a great movie, man.
Yeah, it really is good. It
That
really
was our boy Taylor Hackford or whatever his name.
Taylor Hackford, and
He directed it.
That's another one. You're right. That is underrated.
That's
See how
so
she looks
underrated.
different? She had like a chubbier face.
Yeah.
She was fucking stunning, and Pacino was amazing. Keanu
Oh,
Reeves
my
was
God.
amazing.
Oh, shit.
Did you guys hear that?
Pardon my interruption, fellas, but it's time to end the show. Hold on there, Jim and Sammy boy.
Yeah.
You got to end the old radio program in just 60 seconds.
You know what Keanu Reeves is good in?
What?
John Wick. You see John Wick?
Yes.
It's fucking awesome.
About candles, right?
They made Scarface look like a Disney fucking
Yeah.
animated. I've never seen better violence
Oh,
than
I'll
those
see it
John
then.
Wick flicks.
I'll see it.
And I will acknowledge that was a terrible Wick joke.
No, it wasn't.
Go.
What did he say?
said
Something about a
I said
candle?
John Wick. He said it's about candles.
So it's a fair question. I never saw it. What do I know? Could be about the whole Yankee place.
Please tell me where Nick DiPaolo will be.
Nick is going to be. Go to nickdipalo.com. Nick DiPaolo on Twitter. Sorry.
NickDip.com. Yeah, hit me up on Twitter. At Nick DiPaolo on Twitter. I can use a few followers.
And starting Monday, Nick is going to be here 6 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday doing his own radio show. So there'll be live programming, which is great. And also,
The new
Trevino
Evening
and Rich
Man.
are on after. And then our replay starts. And you can catch Chip's new podcast is up and running and very popular on Riotcast and
Yes,
on
it is.
YouTube. You can see the video. Fucking tearing shit up. Sam, plug!
I'll be here tomorrow, and I mean everybody knows about the wrestling podcast, so that's fine.
All right, cool. Well, I guess who do we have tomorrow? We have any guests you want to announce?
Yeah, we have.
yeah.
Well, I'm not going to announce the one, but
Okay.
we have some friends that are going to come in and justify why they're trying to raise money. A couple of people are
right.
crowdfunding.
Okay.
And they're going to come in and justify
Yeah,
it
I don't-
because there have been some questions about it.
And we will address it.
Yes.
See you tomorrow.